Look. Know the rules? Don't try to bend them. Long volleys, how you gon' end them? Say you got shots, then you better send them. Or call a timeout and change up the momentum. Know the rules? Stop with the reaching. Serve, kill, put it in sequence. When it gets hot, we bowling every weekend. Starting the AM, playing to the evening. Kill my
Chat,
partner,
what's
then we gotta
goody?
eat.
What's goody, what's goody, what's goody? Y'all, do I just have too much energy sometimes? Like, is it too much? I feel like it's too much for some people. Like, I look around and I'll just see the faces sometimes. Like, I just see the... You know what I'm saying? Or the... Is it, like, am I doing too much? Like, I can't... Yeah. What's goody, my boys? Like, I can't contain it sometimes. Like, it just gotta... Let me calm down. Let me calm down, chat. We're back for another Monday, man. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the team. So, y'all already seen the title, man. I've been getting DMs from supporters saying, yo, you should do a Legends series. You should do a series and like bring the legends on, right? We had Timbo on. It's more of a recent legend. We had we talked to Rookie over the phone. We've been commentating over Joe Durso videos. And yeah, people want to see us like interviewing the old heads. And I'm up for that too. I'm not gonna lie, I'm up for that too. First, Yurt was good, Can, Chang. Bro, I can't get the ball boy line out of my head. Wait, what was the ball boy line? What was the ball boy line again? What had happened again? Top of the evening, coach. What's goody, my boy? Chat, we doing coaching this summer. Y'all forgot to put deodorant on. I'll be right back. Y'all, we doing coaching this summer season, man. We doing coaching. We got to get the juniors right. I'm not going to lie. I've been seeing people doing coaching, and I'm just looking at them like, have y'all won any tournaments? So it's like we gotta get the youth right, man. We got to get the youth right. Somebody told you to get the ball. Oh, yeah. Y'all, the trash talk get cerebral sometimes, y'all. Some of these trash talkers, bro, just cerebral assassins, bro. Like they got the human psychology down to a T, bro. Like guys like Joe Durso, for instance. But like there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, bro. There's a lot of them. That's funny, y'all. I'm glad y'all saw that video. Y'all messing with the videos. Yeah, bro. He definitely called me ball boy. He said, "Get the ball, ball boy." I said, "Damn." I'm like, "Damn, I'm like, what if I don't get the ball?" But then it's like game over. Like it's like you smack it, you track it. Nobody's getting that ball. I'm just like, damn. I really don't wanna. And it sucks too, cause he's serving. So I literally gotta get the ball and I gotta pass it to him. And then I thought I had him. He said, "I'm just playing though." Shout out, bro. Love the channel. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Appreciate you. But yeah, I thought I had him. I thought I had him on the next one. I hit the ball out. I start going slow. I'm like looking at him. I'm letting him know, if you call me ball boy, I'm not getting the ball. Y'all, he waits for me to get it and pass it and then says, "Thank you, ball boy." Crazy, bro. I would have hopped on the L train. Straight on the L train, bruh. Straight on the L train. I'm going home, bruh. I just walk straight out the park, bruh. Joe Durso style. I just leave, bruh. Nah, but chat, thank you guys for joining today. Today is going to be an interesting stream, chat. You already seen the title. We're chopping it up. we potentially have a guest coming on, but before we get into anything, y'all clap it up for yourselves, man. This is a simultaneous clap it up for yourselves and a soundboard check. How's that audio coming in? How's that audio coming in? This audio, I gotta make sure this audio is good now. How's that audio? All right, sounds good. Y'all, there's no worse feeling than getting through a whole stream and realizing the audio was chopped. Crispy, for sure. All right, what's good, Austin? Hey, bro, I would have made him get it. Yo, I could have, bro. I literally could have. Let me call dog. Chat, let's give Angel Marquez a call. Why don't we give Angel Marquez a call? How can I get him on the screen, though? How can I get him on the screen? What's good, Mac? Long story short, y'all, a day or two after we had called Rookie to see what he was up to, well, we were already talking to Angel. We wanted to get Angel on the stream, but he basically gave me his number. He said, look, shoot me a call. Just make sure it's before 1 a.m. I said, bet. Today's the day, chat. Today is the day we're going to give Angel a call and chop it up for a few. And then we could have went out. Yeah, I got some peanut chews right here. You got one? Austin said we could have went out. We could have went out after if he was feeling froggy. You know, honestly, dog is a vicious trash talker, cerebral assassin, psychological assassin, but we end up being great friends after, you know. He's a lot of bark. That's just his style. We all know that person who's just hella bark. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's give Angel a call. I'm FaceTiming him. I don't know why I clicked FaceTime. But see if we get on a Zoom call or something, or like a Discord call. Pick up your phone, Angel. Ooh. Angel Marquez said, I play big ball like small ball. Looked like a girl's doubles. I play big ball like I play small. Huh? What? Let me send him a text. He didn't answer. Pick up the phone, Angel. Let me send him my Discord link. Chat, join my Discord if you haven't yet. That's the link right there. Send him a link to the cord. Chat, how y'all been holding up with this winter weather, man? It hasn't been winter. We haven't had a winter in like 5 years, bruh. Winter definitely like headed out for a few. Bro, winter headed out like my dad when I was a kid. Oh man, I didn't have a dad growing up. It's good though. It's good. We're here now. But it's back. Winter's back. Just like my dad came back. Winter's back, bro. It's in full effect, bro. I'm outside. You know the spot where the sidewalk meets the road? That big hill? You gotta like step through it, bro. I just had to step through one of those to get from the sidewalk to the street. And I'm like, bro, this is where a lot of people mess up. if you try to go your own path through that, you're liable to get snow in your shoes because you don't know if it's firm. You don't know if you're going to sit right on top. You don't know if you're going to sink down 3 feet. Now your foot is in freaking up to your ankles. So if you're really acquainted with winter, he said, felt that, bruh. If you really know what you're doing, you got to find somebody else's footsteps. You got to step in somebody else's steps who paved the way for you. Same way like these legendary handball players paved the way for us. And we're going to try to get Angel Marquez on here to hear more about oh, he's calling me now. Angel.
Hey, what's up, Emil?
What's good, man? Good to see you.
How you doing? Good.
Not bad. I want to get you. I want to chop it up with you. I'm just trying to figure out how to get you on the. I'm on stream right now. So I was thinking I sent you a Discord. Maybe we could get on a video call. You could pull up a web browser if you got a laptop or something with a webcam handy.
No, not really. All I got is my phone.
Only got is a cell phone.
I'm not that sophisticated.
He said he's not as sophisticated. You're more sophisticated. All right, let me see. Oh, wait, that's share my screen. That's not the right button. Chat. Angel Marquez. Appreciate you taking the call.
Yeah, no problem. I like what you do. It's good.
Thank you, dude.
Track. I watch it.
Okay, appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I see you do content as well. You've been making content for a little while.
Yeah, mostly on my Facebook. Basically not on YouTube, but it seems where I have my most followers is on Facebook, Instagram, and of course TikTok is different.
Yeah.
But it's all different content. I'm always with my art or a little music or handball.
I see a little piece, a little art in the background. I see some pieces over there.
Yeah, there's always art somewhere. I surround myself with it, which is pretty cool.
What do you think, since you're an art expert, what do you think of this piece what do you think of this piece?
It's cool. Shows imagination. I like it.
Do you recognize it? Does it do you?
That's you, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I can tell.
My girlfriend made it for me.
Good.
It's good. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I appreciate all art. You know what I mean? We all dabble here and there, so it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that thing on, Big Joe that was done by Justin.
Okay, what'd you think of that?
It was good. It was nice to see Joe come out of the grave.
Yeah, what's your history like with Joe?
Oh, you're gonna love this. Joe's an old friend. I've known
Really?
him forever. We've known each other since the 70s. Let me tell you a story, right? There used to be, during the heyday of rack paddleball, my friend who was a lot of money, right? So he built a place called Take One here in Farragut and Foster in Brooklyn. It was a huge indoor facility, huge.
For handball?
No, built for paddleball.
Paddleball.
Paddleball was so popular, they built 2 of those, and it was a block long. So my friend who owned it was a handball player. His name was Lenny Schindler. He owned a mail shop chain. Google it.
Chat, we got Angel Marquez on, chat.
And so he invited all the better players to come there and play for money. Of course, he would play with me, and he sucked. But I would play with him anyway, because he would back me up.
Okay.
But Joe, the first time I saw Joe, he came there, and we played some pink, he played doubles with the guy, pink ball, and I beat him 21-zip.
Damn.
No, I got up to service 23-0. Then my partner got up and it was over. I beat him 20. It got so bad for the guy that he went on a rampage. He threw chairs. He was cursing, and they threw him out. And they never invited him back.
No, he wasn't in there throwing chairs.
Yeah, they said you got to get out. Literally, he was not invited. They threw him out over that beating that I gave him. And it was paintball. We played paintball there. We didn't play small ball or nothing. Because that was my friend, Lenny. He was a paintball player. And Lenny was all about money.
Yeah.
But he wasn't a great player. As a matter of fact, I had to play the weak side with the guy because he couldn't play the left side for shit. But he had some dinky shots. He was actually not too bad.
Okay.
But that's the first time I met Joe.
That was the first time you ever met him.
Yeah, and I beat him 21. So 25
You brutalized him in a doubles game and got him kicked out of an indoor facility forever, banned for life.
Banned for life, believe it or not. He was a character. See, a guy like him was really good for the sport, regardless of his antics.
Think so?
He was a bully. I don't like bullies.
He was a bully. Okay.
He was trying to, but basically with guys that he can, intimidate, talk a lot of smack to.
Yeah.
He never tried that with me. He tried that with me in a tournament once, and I just let him have it. Then me and Lefty Angel beat him. It was in Ajax. It was a big tournament. It was him and Albert against me and Lefty Angel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was playing like a superstar, killing everything. And then he did something I didn't like. So I told Joe, I said, fuck you, Joe. Fuck you. They never made another point. I beat him 21-12. Never scored a point. In big blue.
Nice.
But, we've gone at it over the years. Yeah. Everybody's seen that game, that YouTube game where he beat me in Coney Island. I mean, at West 4th Street.
I didn't see that yet. I gotta. Is that a good watch, or you weren't your sharpest? Don't watch it.
No, I wasn't really on my sharpest, but it was a good game anyway. I played my heart out, and, I give it to Joe. But I played Joe for money in Coney Island and waxed him.
Okay.
I played him for money small ball and waxed him. Okay. He never liked to play me because I used to call him out.
Chav, y'all got questions for Angel? Just put them in the comments.
But Joe was a character. He was good for the game.
Yeah.
He had a lot of personality. Handball misses him. It's a shame, but it does. Well, it's not a shame, but handball misses guys like him because what you got? Like he said, you can't. Handball needs guys with personalities. Personalities is what's more important in how you play the game. You've heard me talk about that. You know what I mean?
I agree with you.
Right. You got to have personality. You got to have somebody who's going to give a show.
Right.
Change. Whether you're having verbal outbursts or whatever, you're there. It's not something that you go to the park. And Joe even said it in an interview. He did it on purpose.
Oh, okay.
He would go in and come up with all these actors.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to give a show, but that's not something you do on purpose. Because that's why he was a bully. You think
that was just him? That was just his character.
Right. When he was confronted, he ran like he ran.
Okay.
He never got into confrontation.
All bark, no bite? All bark, no bite?
All bark, no bite. That's why he never messed with me.
Okay.
When I let him have it, he never said anything to me because that ain't working in this direction. Because I would have smacked him.
You had some bite on you.
Yeah, because I was a total opposite. I was an animal. I was probably the most hated handball player in my day. People hated my guts.
Why is that?
Everywhere I went, I had an attitude. I was on my way up. That's why I almost got killed in a few parks. Almost got beaten up by the whole park.
No.
I went there with an attitude, and I never backed down.
Okay.
I never backed down. And the same thing with Joe. Joe got smart with me. It's gonna be ugly for him. That's the way I was back then. So he never messed with me, and he was a bully. Pick on old men, old decrepit guys to be cursing at him. You know what I mean? He'd be playing with guys. He'd be letting them have it the whole game. You're this, you're that. By the way, that's why he played with Albert a lot because, Albert was very passive.
Okay.
And Albert would take his shit. But the difference was that, they were successful. Me and Buddy went to a tournament. We teamed up and I used to have the video. We teamed up in Coney Island. We played in a small ball tournament.
Yeah.
We met in the finals, Joe and Albert. We beat them 2 straight. And they were the national champions.
Oh wow.
Barely the second game, thanks to Buddy. He came back and rolled like 2 shots that they served, and we beat him twice in small ball.
Nice.
So that's supposed to happen.
Smooth.
But we took him down in Coney Island in his home base.
What do you think? How did you like? What happened there? How were you able to just beat the reigning champs like that?
Because I hated him.
Okay, it was personal.
Right. So when I went there, I had all the confidence in the world that I'm going to beat this guy. And like I tell you, one thing about Joe is good. You know, he said something in that video about you more. That if it's 19 points, you know, Angel is going to miss it 19.
No, he didn't. He said he said you can't close out.
He says, I won't miss at 19. Buddy won't miss. Yeah, right, Joe, sure. I've seen this guy crack like an egg more times in games. You know what I mean? Because he's his own worst enemy. And I'll admit it, I was my own worst enemy because I would completely lose it.
A lot of us are. A lot of us are.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of snow there?
A lot of snow.
Did you show them all the snow we have? 2 feet.
Yeah, you know, that's my girl.
Oh, you guys got 2 feet. Hey, how you doing? Are you guys upstate?
No, we're in
York, Maine.
We're in York, Maine.
Look it up.
Oh, okay, York, Maine.
It's a resort area. It's beautiful.
Okay.
I've been here 35 years. I'm originally from Boston.
I like the aesthetic of the it's giving cabin. The house is giving cabin in the woods.
Yeah, my house is a main post and beam. It has 20-foot ceilings with beams. It's beautiful.
Oh,
I love it.
That'd be great for me. I'm 6'3". I need high ceilings.
I know. It feels awful when you're closed in because I grew up in an antique house in Lexington, Mass. And the ceilings weren't even, they were like 6 feet.
Oh my gosh.
All my friends had to crunch down. Yep.
I hate it. Those hobbit houses. It's good.
Yeah. Midget house.
See,
Yeah.
you know, one thing you told about, you know, being tall. Let me explain something to you. You know I taught rookie, right? Everybody knows I taught rookie.
Okay.
Since he was a 17-year-old kid.
No, I didn't. I didn't know that. That's interesting.
And Kid Justin also I taught when he was a little kid. Also.
Tall Justin? Who they call Tall Justin?
Right, I taught him.
Okay.
He's a complete copy of me.
He got
aggressive, two powerful hands.
He got the attitude from you.
Superstar. I mean, even Rookie didn't want to play him when he was getting better. You know, Rookie would tell him, we both learned from the same guy. So they didn't want to play each other.
Wow. Rookie used to duck. That's crazy.
Yeah, I told Rookie, you know, the funny thing that, you know, I was going to West 4th Street one day, and a friend of mine, we walk in, and there's this kid just hitting the ball around.
Chat, drop some questions for Angel Marquez.
And I told my friend, I said, see that guy? That's the next guy. I just predicted it right then and there. And then, you know, I went up to him. I started showing him a couple of things. We started, I backed him up for money. I turned him up in his first tournament, which got destroyed by Buddha.
Oof.
And look, he was getting spotted points a lot. So I told him one day, I said, Rookie, I said, kid, I said, I don't ever want you to take points from anybody because it's a psychological thing.
Yeah.
Buddha once spotted him. Buddha went up to him and said, don't worry, Angel, I'll spot him 10 points next time. Rookie went up to him and said, I don't want no points from you, ever. Rookie left him under 10.
Rookie was different, man. I've heard of Kid Justin being referred to as like the Timbo killer. Like apparently he was like Timbo's kryptonite.
He had everything. 2 great hands, you know, 2 powerful hands.
Yeah.
Everything. I taught. He was, like I said, he was a just a tall version of myself.
Taller version of you.
That killer instinct. He had personality.
Yeah.
But you know, he went the wrong way in life, and that was the end of that.
What do you mean?
Well, just
I don't know him that well.
Hanging out with the wrong guys.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean, instead of, I used to try to help him out, but he kind of liked that. And then he got into the gambling. You know,
okay.
He got into the world.
Like the vices and stuff, maybe.
Right, my old world, where I was part of that. You know, I was a big catalyst of all that back in the day, because that was my life, you know? Going to parks, playing for money, hustling, you know, all the rest of the bullshit, because that was
really?
the way it was back in the days, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess I'm getting taste of that now. I don't know if it's better or worse now. Somebody asked in my chat, they said, what park do you play at? they've always wanted to ask you for advice personally.
Well, my main park at the time was West 4th Street because West 4th Street had the greatest players of all time.
West 4th.
It was a mecca of paintball. But
Yeah.
they were playing paintball like I would go to St. John's, I'd go to Lincoln Terrace, I'd go to George Gershwin, I'd go to Highland, I'd go to, to this park, that. Everywhere you went, there were paintball players and really nice players everywhere.
What's that ball like?
Huh?
What's that ball like? I've never had a ping ball.
You see, Durso doesn't. He admitted it. Oh, I was never really good in paintball. Yeah, I get it.
It's fast.
That's why he never played against us. That's why he never showed up in paintball tournaments, because when he did, which was rare, he got his ass kicked. He couldn't hang. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, good. She stole it.
Somebody asked, who was your arch nemesis? And
Well,
okay, yeah. Yeah, who was your arch nemesis?
Buddy, of course.
Buddy.
Let me tell you a story how I met him, right? Because even as a kid, they talked about this guy, as a teenager. So he came one day. I used to play in the Bronx. I used to play in Jackson Avenue by number 2 train. Forest Park, they called it. That's a really nice place in that park.
Forest?
Chino was really good. It's another Forest Park.
Another one.
I actually won a tournament in Forest Park twice.
Nice.
So everybody's talking, Buddy's coming here. Buddy, and I'm like, who the fuck is this guy, So I'm playing on the other side. He walked in with this guy named Ted Senduro, and they cleaned out everybody in the park. Cleaned them out.
Money games?
Money games, yeah. That's all he came for. So I met him at Cortona Park one day. He was playing 3 walls.
Money games were popping back then, too.
And I called him out. I said, you want to play singles? And I had him 12 zip on one serve. I had this nasty serve when I was a kid. I was nasty. And then he get up and he fucked me up.
What was the serve?
It was like I would stand so close to the right corner.
Okay.
But yet I could ace you non-stop.
Down where? Down the right. Oh, the angle.
Not straight down, with a small angle that would shoot up that way. So when I would serve to the left, it'll be impossible to hit. You couldn't figure. It was hard to get that serve. Now imagine when I was throwing to the left, I had a bigger serve. So then he got up and he was like, he couldn't believe this was happening to him. I said, man, I got this guy 12-0. And then we're playing for $10 back in the 70s. So that's a lot of money.
That's like $30.
More, believe me.
More? Damn.
$5 because of the thing. I looked it up.
Damn.
If you're playing for $20, you're playing for over $100 because so much you can buy back then in the 70s, with $80, $90. So
that's heavy.
I called, he beat me, right? And I said, look, could you play me again? I ain't got no money, but let's do it again. And Buddy didn't play me because you know how he was, right? And right there, that told me I could beat this guy.
Wait, he didn't play you again? For free?
No, he wanted it for money. So I was like,
damn.
Like Ruben, my idol Ruben Gonzalez, and I seen that guy beat Buddy in a 2-out-of-3 match in St. John's, and Buddy zipped him the second game, 21-0 on one serve.
That's heavy.
And I bet $50 in the last game, and I have no money. You know what I mean? But there was a rumor that
you were behind betting.
Yeah, it said that when Ruben had his wife and kid there, he don't lose.
Okay.
And guess what? Wife and kid were there. So I bet $50. After getting zipped, Ruben beat him 21-18.
Nice.
He had a shot at the end, and Buddy dove and hit the ball out. But you should have seen those matches. I was playing at St. John's that day, and I was in a tournament there, and they were having a singles championship. So I stopped my game. I thought, I got to watch this.
Oh, snap.
And it was fantastic. Ruben had, like, speed.
Chad, drop some questions for Angel.
Not that Buddy didn't beat him. Because, I think Buddy told you the story that one day Buddy showed up in a tournament, and they put Ruben's name on the trophy before it even started.
That's crazy. Yo, they're saving money.
You look at the first place, and the guy's name is already on it. So Buddy told me the story Buddy annihilated him. He got
Crazy.
pissed. He's an angel. It's not fucking him up.
Crazy.
Yeah,
So-
but that rivalry would have been awesome. But I give the edge to Ruben because of Buddy was great, but his stamina wasn't great.
And you,
The key to beat Buddy is to keep him on the court because I've done that. And towards the end, he sucked and win because he smoked him a cigarettes and shit. So
it's
but
not good.
if you can keep Buddy in the game, he starts to wane down, and that's what Ruben would do. After 3 games, he was done. That's how you beat.
You took the arch nemesis of your idol. Took your idol's arch nemesis. Passed it down. Somebody also, they said, who were 3 guys that you feel like were on your level, if any?
Buddy. No. Let's talk about longevity. Okay, Ruben retired to become a racquetball champion.
Okay.
Okay, that's why. They ran a tournament to see who could win, who would be the next number 1 player in the pro pyramid.
Yeah.
And at the time they had 64 guys, right, in that pyramid. So I won it. And
64
I became
team?
number 1 on 64 guys, and I took his spot. He retired. So I would have considered him. We would have had a great rivalry. But Ruben knew that his time was up because I was coming into the fray now. Because he came to my park one day, and I'm a kid. I must be about 16 years old. In Arthur Park.
That's young.
I'm one of the better players. I don't say I was the greatest because they had really great players there.
Yeah.
So I just came from Katona. I was playing for money. And then I went down to Arthur. And who you think shows up? Ruben and the handball kid. And he told me, he said, Ruben wants to play you.
The handball kid?
Yeah, the handball kid. Right.
Is that a guy? Who's that?
Yeah, that's a guy.
Okay.
I'll tell you a story about him in a little while.
The handball kid.
So the handball kid tells me he wants to play me, and he's taking all bets. Handball kid is his own money, right? So I bet everybody in the park bet on me because I was, it was Angelo. They call me Angelo. I had a pretty good game.
Angelo.
So we started, so we played, and I beat him 21-19. No,
Okay.
he couldn't believe it. He was like this on the fence. I'll always remember that day. He was like, he couldn't believe it. He was looking down. He just couldn't believe it.
5 stages of grief. He was going through denial.
Yeah. And then you know what? I wanted to brag about this. So, and I just came from Katona playing for money. I was there for a while, so I didn't mind losing $10. You see what I mean? If I'm going to get to play this guy. See, one thing about me as a kid, here I had Buddy, and here I had Ruben, and they came up to me, and I walked up to Buddy. Say, you want to play for money? And I went up to Ruben, and he came up to me, and I said, sure. I didn't back down. Anybody that came up, I don't care. Guys in that park were coming from West 4th Street. They would come from Brooklyn. They all came to play me. So,
and you had the money for the money? I'm assuming these are money games, right? So you just, how are you funding all these challenges?
Oh, I'm going to tell you how. Thank you.
That's for you. Here, no, just take the whole plate.
Are you just banking you're going to win? Are you just,
No, I'm going to tell you another story. I got a lot of stories.
Cause that's what I think about. I get challenged a lot because I make videos. People think like, I want to beat that guy for whatever reason. And I feel like I'm getting strong arms sometimes when they're like, oh, let's do it for $10. Let's do it for $20. I'm like, damn, you asking me, I gotta pay? And I win these games a lot of times. Sometimes I win these games, but it's just the, wait.
Well, check this out. Well, you should do that anyway, you know what I mean? As long as you're not getting hustled. But then again, you got a good game, so ain't too many players out there that are going to hustle you. You understand? Where they get on the court and it's an easy match. No. Like I said, you got a nice game.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
It was freaking, it was like, a walk in the park, and they were good. But
Yeah.
I was at a level that it didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
Wait. I gave him 15 points.
50. Okay, just to double back. So you would say maybe Ruben was on your level.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I reached his level later on, and I reached Buddy's level. See, thanks to those two, because I admired Ruben's game so much
Yeah.
that I started trying to serve like look like my patenting my game after him.
That was your idol. That was your handball idol.
I'm a great player, right? And Buddy's the same thing. But check this out. I played in. There's another story. Why? I played in the Police Athletic League Championship, right? And this guy Mario, he's one of the top players. He's kicking my ass, right? And in my mind, I thought about Buddy, and I started using that serve with a punch. He was killing me like 23-12. He never made another point.
Austin, what video is that?
You know what I mean? So both, I'm a combination of Buddy and Ruben. I took Ruben's tenacity and his never die attitude, but I took Buddy's no nonsense approach and his attitude.
So would you say Buddy was on your level too?
Oh, absolutely.
And what's one more player? If you could just throw one more in.
Okay, see, we're talking about longevity now. See, Ruben lasts a long time, and so did Buddy. If a guy can be in your level, right? But who cares if he's on your level for a little while? See?
Ah, okay. On your level for as long as you. Longevity.
Right. Long as we're battling left and right. They were great guys like Flip, Carlos Lorenzo, guys like that. But they weren't on my level forever. And I whacked them. I've been around for a long time. I was a top great player into my 40s and beyond. Once I switched from the big blue, from the pink ball to the big blue, I won 3 straight tournaments. I never played with that ball. So that said something about me, right? I won the tape twice with Buddy and Flip, and I won the singles tournament. So, I'm just saying, the third one is kind of hard because all these other guys were great, like Marquez, but they didn't last. They didn't last. So how can I say that? See, Buddy went into the big blue. Ruben didn't. You know what I mean? So as far as longevity, I really got to put it on them because, these guys were great, but they didn't last.
They didn't last. Okay.
My tenure continued, so it's hard to pick 3 out of the bunch. Now, if you're talking about, when it came to the guys with the big blue, I got to talk about Joe.
Okay. Joe Durso.
Now, you see how the balls are changing now, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking small ball with Joe. Joe, Buddy. That's it. You know what?
He stuck at 2.
Emmett was a great big blue player. Great. He hung around for a while.
Yeah.
Once Rookie came around, he was through.
Okay.
Right? When Rookie came around, Emmett was done. And I watched Emmett a lot of times in tournaments, in money games, you know what I mean?
And you were training Rookie.
Right. Now check this out. Now here they are, still around, but they're not dominating, you know what I mean? Buddy
They're
and
just
me
there.
still, we shifted into the big blue, and we're doing something. So Joe, once he went into the big blue, he was, he's pretty, he was doing his thing, Buddy was doing his thing, and I was doing his thing. So I would put Joe in that category as far as big blue players.
Okay.
And, number 3, Buddy. I could put Billy the Kid, but he didn't last.
Mm-hmm.
He was how do you say? He came and that was it.
Glass cannon.
Hung out for a while. Joe, of course, forever. Me, forever. Buddy, forever. We still stuck there. Because remember, at the time, there was the top 5. Buddy, me, Joe, Billy the Kid, and Billy. So who do I pick out of that? I would pick, as far as number 3, I would pick Emmett.
Okay.
Regardless of the fact that he didn't last because of Rookie. I can't say Rookie because I taught the kid.
Okay. Yeah, that's not.
He was my big rival. Because we only played twice. When I was training him, we played a game. I beat him. I left him on 1. Then we played a money game, and he took me 25-23. And I was happy because I knew he's gone up now. I said, great kid. We hugged, and I already right there, he lived up to my expectations.
He's ready.
There was no rivalry between me and him. Maybe we ran into a tournament here or there, but there was no rivalry. But that game kind of changed our attitude. After a while, we played again. We got into an argument, and it kind of like
soured things.
Soured our relationship because now you're battling your teacher, and he was kind of giving me an attitude in that game, and I didn't like it.
Okay.
And after that, I was like, this guy, I just taught this guy, I made this guy, and he's giving me this attitude. But it's okay, because that probably what carried him to where he needed to go.
It's
He lived up
possible.
to everything I did. So I would go Emmett, Joe, Buddy.
Emmett, Joe, Buddy. That's solid.
And
Big Blue. Emmett, Joe, Buddy. Timbo's in my chat. He just said, tell you that he said hi, and you're a great champ.
Yeah, thank you, Timbo. Timbo's great. You know what I mean? He's an innovator.
Yeah, I agree. Well, what's your experience like with Timbo? How'd you guys meet? Did you ever meet?
I knew his dad since he was a kid.
Okay.
Janita.
June?
Janita used to hang out at St. James. So I know his dad since he was a kid. He's a really good player. Excellent player.
His dad.
Yeah, and that park was great. St. James was great. They had guys like Webb and, Jerome and all these really top-notch players. So I used to go there and play for money all the time. Everywhere you hear me is always playing for money.
You were the money game guy. That's crazy.
And never played for free. And because I couldn't, I needed the money. I was never had enough money. It was hard to get I didn't have much of a job.
Really?
Everywhere I went was money. I wouldn't go anywhere unless it was money. If you have no money, I ain't going.
Wow. I know a lot of players like that today. That's interesting. It's like a job.
Yeah. But,
It's like
it's a double-edged sword because once you get too good, you're giving 15 points. You're giving guys left at 2.
It's just all bad odds for you.
You're doing all this shit, and you're making it harder for yourself. But look, there's an old thing. Look, if I'm playing you or anybody left to 2, I know I can beat you. Why would I be doing it? I'm not there to take a chance, you know what I mean?
Right.
So when I play guys, even if they were good, it's like this guy, he won a B tournament, right? And he was talking smack of West 4th Street. He wanted to be singles.
Back in the day.
He wanted to play me left to 2. Yeah, in West 4th Street. He said, I want to play you left to 2. And that's all I ever heard from the guy. Left to 2, left to 2. And he was a B singles champion. He didn't make 5 points.
Oh, my gosh. Free money.
Yeah, left to 2. He got me so pissed off, I destroyed him. But, yeah, see, there's a lot of psychology to money games, man. You know what I mean? It's not just getting into a money game and saying, I'm there and, you gotta have confidence in your skills. You gotta know that when you step in that park, everybody's a victim. Everybody's prey.
Ooh.
You're not there to lose. That's the most thing. When you go to play for money, you're not there to lose. I'm not there to lose. I'm not there to have fun.
Right.
I'm here to destroy people.
You're there to
I don't
win.
give a damn if I'm hustling you. I'm not here to. It came to a point where I had to hustle. But in the beginning, go to parks and destroy it nonstop because I wanted to build my reputation. When I left that park, everybody knew who I was. The funny thing, back in the days, we don't have cell phones. So you would hear these stories when you walk in the park and they're watching you.
It's all word of mouth.
Oh, I gotta call this guy. I would hear we're gonna call this guy. He's gonna come in a little while. These guys are coming. They're gonna come play you. And they would run to the phone booth and they'd be on the phone.
Run to the phone booth.
This group of guys coming to the park that they're the best thing since white bread and they're coming to play me.
You were also the whitest thing since white bread too.
Yeah. I made my reputation through intimidation. Hey, I like that. That's kind of rhymed.
Did you like that?
I made my reputation through intimidation. I intimidated people because if I destroyed you, you're never going to want to play me again. Or, see, if I'm playing somebody, that's why. And I'm in a tournament, I'm going to destroy you. And guess what? Everybody's watching me.
Yeah.
So you know what's happening to them, right? They're terrified.
Okay.
They're like, my God, I'm going to have to play this guy?
Right. Oh, okay. Like the people in the next rounds.
Right. So they've already lost the game.
Oh.
I've beaten everybody in this park on one game because they just saw what was going to happen there. You know what I mean? And that was it because that's all you had to do. I always told people, I'm not here to have fun. I'm not here to have fun.
You were competitive. I like that. Someone just asked. I like that we're getting the kind of psychology of like the game a little bit. Someone said who's somebody that you wanted to play that you never got a chance to play?
Well, a lot of the players I would have loved to have played, like Timbo.
Okay.
You know, definitely. It would have been a great game. Towel. Rookie, a few more times.
More times?
You know what I mean? If I could have, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we got into that shit, so we never had any kind of. It was funny, but we never had any kind of rivalry, believe it or not.
Okay.
You know? But yeah, you know, some of the big blue players, and you know, some of the old time players like Sandler, I would have loved to have played him.
Sandler.
Great, yeah.
Steve? Is that Steven or Adam?
Steve Sandler.
Steve. Okay.
He won 10 national titles in small ball and 2 pink ball championships.
That's heavy.
This is a funny story. I won 3, right? Spalding tournaments and singles.
Okay.
So I hold the record for a reason.
Spalding, is that small ball?
Yeah, no, that's the pink ball. That's the name of the ball.
Okay, the big
ball. But back in the days, in the 60s or whatever, they incorporated the pink ball nationals with the small ball nationals, right? But they only allowed you to win 2. If you won 2 consecutively, after the third one, they would throw you out of the pink ball and throw you into the small ball, if you could believe that. They called it the novice scheme.
Really?
A lot of the great players, you know, that played pink ball were small balls at the time. So, for some strange reason, they always looked down on the Spalding players, even though we were just as good, if not better, than the small ball players. You know what I mean? So that's why I hold the record for 3, because nobody ever got to win 3 because of that.
Wait, so they would start with the pink and go to the small, or vice versa?
Yeah, if you won 2.
If you win 2.
If you were able to win 2 paintball tournaments, and they would have over 100 people playing in the singles. It's a Spalding.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big shit. So, but if you won 2 straight, like Myron won 2, Sandler won 2, Torres 2, and I won 3. But, you know, that ruling came later because I won the USA Chain Nationals at the Castle Beach Club. So that rule didn't exist. I could probably would have won a lot more. I've been in a few finals, but, you know, some unforeseen circumstances when I was young. I should have won at least 6 or 7. You know what I mean? Like
6, 7.
Yeah, but the competition was great. You know what I mean? It was like playing with paintball was something you never see again.
Yeah.
You know?
It's interesting to me. I never use it, but so there's this so there's like a small segment that I do on my stream, right, with different players. It's called This or That, right? So I'm gonna just ask you like this or that, and you just say the first, you know, whichever makes more sense to you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Quick 30-second little segment. All right, you ready? All right, so let's see. Let me move this chat. All right, so offense or defense?
Offense.
Silent killer or trash talker?
Yeah. Trash talker.
Trash talker. Kill shots versus lobs?
Kill shot.
Kill shots. Spikes or whips?
Whips.
Strong drives or tap placements?
Strong drives.
Strong drives. And free games or side betting? I kind of think I know what you're going to say.
Side bet. No. Yeah, side bet, of course.
Side betting, of course. Okay. All right, cool. Fire. Yeah, man. It's a lot of history. What do you think about Steamball? Have you heard of Steamball?
It doesn't mean anything. It's meaningless.
Have you ever hit a Steamball personally?
Yeah, it's just a ball with air. You know, we used to do that a long time ago. Well, that's nothing new to us. We just heat the freaking ball and go play with it. It would die in minutes, but that's nothing new. We did that years ago. But then again, we figured out a way just pump it up the way we did it with the needle and the glue.
Just put the air in.
Yeah, you could go at any size with the pink ball. See, the thing about Spalding, if you do that to a racquetball, it becomes very erratic.
Chat, I appreciate
You know,
y'all
it has
being
an
here.
erratic bounce. It's not a true bounce. The ball does what it wants to do.
That's what I don't like. That's what I don't like.
Exactly. The bounce is erratic. Everything is erratic. It's not a natural bounce. The difference was with a Spalding, the bounce was normal no matter how big you made it.
Copy.
It would
Okay.
bounce normally. It was a true bounce because the ball had weight. Oh, and remember, the rubber was real. They don't use rubber anymore. It's all synthetic shit.
Okay.
All these real rubber. It was true rubber.
Yeah.
Until they're coming up with all these synthetics. So what you're playing with is not the real rubber at all. So it doesn't have the weight that a Spalding had. The Spalding had weight. So you can pump it up and it still had weight where you can feel it.
Yeah.
And by the way, when the ball started wearing out, it would grow. I used to play with balls we call pineapples. They were about that big.
Okay.
And but believe it or not, they were big, but they didn't move as fast as a smaller one. But again, the bounce was true. Every bounce was true. It was like playing with a small ball as far as the speed was concerned, but it was just a little bigger. It had the same thing. You don't see that. So any ball that's used is not the true bounce. Same thing goes with a racquetball. You know, the pin ball, same shit. And look, I'm going to just say this. That's what's wrong. That's another negative thing about the sport is that we're playing with a freaking racquetball. I don't care how you look at. I don't care how you name it. It's a racquetball.
It's a pen racquetball. Yep.
Why are we playing with a ball with an identity of a different sport?
It's a great. Hey, that's a good question. I mean, it feels good.
Yeah, but when people, because I've heard this many times. You know what, 4th Street, right?
Yeah.
You know what people would say? Why are they playing handball with a racquetball? You hear it from everybody.
So
people who know the sport. They're saying, why are these people playing handball with a racquetball?
So what's a sky bounce? Is a sky bounce a racquetball or a handball?
Same thing. It's just same consistency. As long as the consistency and the bounce is the same. If I took a racket and hit it with a pen, it would bounce exactly like a racquetball. I could actually use it in a racquetball game.
True.
And you know what? Ain't nobody gonna know the difference. Nobody. If you guys want to play racquetball, sure. Nobody in the crowd. Nobody's gonna know the difference.
So what should we be using? The small ball? What should we be using?
Handball is the black ball, which what we called it back then because it was black, right? The Spalding 8th. The original ball was called the American ball, and it was a handball, right? But if you look at the can, what does it say? It says handball.
Yeah.
If you had the 555 ball, it was a paddle ball and a handball. But you see, that's wrong too, because it's a handball. You guys just started playing paddle ball. You took our game.
Oh, the small ball you mean?
Yeah, the small ball. Right.
Yeah, you do see people playing paddle and with the small ball for sure.
That's how it was played. So you paddle ball players, all you did was grab a paddle, and you're still playing our game. You took over all our courts, right?
They're trying to. They are taking over, yeah.
In the 80s, they were everywhere. You couldn't even get a handball game. So.
Damn.
Right. So that's what happened. So
Timbo asks.
Four walls. I'm sorry. One more thing. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
You guys who are playing 4-wall racquetball. You guys are playing our game, but you're playing racquetball on our courts, which were handball courts originally.
The 4-wall.
Right. It's not a racquetball court. It's a handball court first.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. It's not a squash court first?
No, squash is a totally different game. That's a smaller court. That is a squash court.
Got you. Okay.
The 4-wall 20 by 40 courts, the handball. And
that's
then
handball.
All of a sudden, a couple of guys decided to cut a freaking tennis racket in half and started playing on the court. That's how it began. But now here we go again. You see what I mean? Where's the identity? Handball, handball had no until handball gets a real handball that when you buy it says handball.
Yeah.
And it's not the ball. We're still going to be playing with a racket, a game that belongs to another sport. We're actually helping racquetball, if you can believe it. We really are, because we're using their ball to play our game. The Spalding was a Spalding. It was a handball, a stick ball, a stoop ball. It had all these different games you could play with a Spalding ball. Handball just happened to be included.
Someone said the sky bounce is like the Spalding. It's just a general ball.
No. Spalding was Spalding. It's like apples and it's like comparing apples and orange. Same shit. No
Both
comparison.
fruits.
When I started playing Big Blue, it was right. It was a sky bounce.
Yeah.
When I won those two tournaments in Yankee Stadium and the singles in Walton High School, I played with that ball, sky bounce.
What tournaments were those? Do you remember?
Yeah, they had a big tournament in Yankee Stadium at the court. They had 24 handball courts there. A lot of courts.
I heard about that.
Big park until paddleball started dying, and then the handball players. So every year they ran a tournament there for handball. I think that was BJ. BJ ran the tournament.
Yeah.
So my team flipped. I was just walking by, and he asked me to play, and we won.
And you won.
That year after, me and Buddy teamed up. Imagine that, right?
Nice.
And we won.
What was your favorite tournament win, and what was the most meaningful win also?
The USHA Nationals, because that solidified me.
Doubles?
No, singles.
Singles, okay.
Yeah, because they stopped running the USHA, United States Handball Association. They stopped running the pink ball nationals back in like 70-something.
Yeah.
And then, I talked the USHA into doing it one more time. You know how I did that? I wrote them a letter, but they're a really big handball organization, even though they got not as many members. I told them, I said, look, you guys don't pay any attention to Spalding, to our game.
Mm-hmm.
If you think that I'm the national champion already. I already won 2 times in the Dave Andre Peak tournament in West Florida. And I told them, I said, if you guys think you're so good, I'll challenge your champions. Like Natty Alvarado and Vern Roberts. They were the doubles national, champions in 4 walls and 3 walls.
Yeah.
I said, I'll play the both of you by myself for money. And they chickened out. They wrote me back. Said, oh man, as far as your challenge concerned, we ain't taking it. And the next day, they wrote me back and they ran the USHA Nationals again.
Okay,
and
nice.
That's what they won. So that to me, that's the most meaningless because it solidified my it made me the champion of the USHA. We played that at the Castle Hill. There's a video. That's why I almost zipped that guy in the finals.
Oh, that's online?
Yeah, in the Castle Hill Beach Club. Yeah. Angel Marquez.
Oh, snap.
Reggie. Angel Marquez against Reggie. You'll see it. It was a
Reggie?
Yeah, Reggie Langston. No, never Reggie.
Oh.
Not Angles.
Oh, okay. Not Angles.
I played him a few times. I beat him 15-0 in the tournament in Queens.
That's my guy.
So that wasn't the only time I beat him badly.
Oh boy. What do you have you ever do you know Mike Schneider? You ever played Mike Schneider?
No, I played with his father. We won the senior nationals. He called me in small ball.
In small ball.
Me up after I had my hip replacement, and he asked me, "Do I want to play with him in the nationals?" We won.
Nice.
Go figure.
Who'd you beat in the finals?
Al Torres and this guy Renee.
Okay. Then you got good memory.
Oh yeah, sure. A lot of memories, good and bad. You know what I mean? As far as handball is concerned, I've been around for a long time.
How old are you?
Was in 1974, and I won that. Remember?
1974.
They're not B's or C's. We don't have that back then.
Yeah.
I'm a 12-year-old playing in open tournaments.
12?
I'm a 11-year-old playing in open tournaments. I'm a 13-year-old playing in open tournaments. Either you get good, or either you play, or you don't. You know.
13 and 12, 13 is crazy.
Yeah. Against grown men and established players from everywhere.
Right.
They ain't there to fool around. They don't give me no break. I got beaten so bad. I won my first match in an open doubles in Archer when I was a kid. I must have been like 13. And I got so mad. I almost got zipped. I played one of the top small ball players at the time, David Garcia, and this guy Wilson was a really top pink ball player. And they left me on one. I got so mad, I threw the ball and started crying. I was like, having a tantrum as a little kid. But I always remember that. But, you take a beating.
That's where it started. That was your arc started right there. He said, I'm going to remember this. I'll be back next year.
So this generation of players is really good. But I watch them play. But you got, like I said, you got to add it has to be a show. You got to entertain. You have to let people know how they're watching.
Yeah. Yeah, the showmanship is it's so good. It's so, like, it makes it everything better. That's why I love Rookie so much. He's such a showman. Aside from the, anything else, anything negative, the showmanship just, like, shines, And even in some of my friends, I like, I enjoy it in them. I know some bullies, but still, it's like we need, like, some character, We need some character.
And it doesn't, and it can't be fake. You got it. It's called charisma. I got it. I got that. You know what I mean? It's something that
you got charisma for sure.
It's attractive. People are attracted by you, and it's just something you have. It's not something you fake. Oh man, you like Joe. Joe's very charismatic.
Yeah.
But a lot of things that are done on the court, it's pre-planned.
Okay.
So it's not genuine.
Okay. He's like rehearsing.
Mask. It's a whole different ballgame. To remove his mask.
Yeah.
Not the same.
Okay. More like an actor.
Exactly. Entertaining is one thing, but it's I was a natural when it came to. I would dive. I'd go through fences. I had rampages. You know what I mean? I'd be yelling, screaming. And at the end, you can hear the crowd, man. There were many times I was going to turn. I had the crowd yelling and screaming. I had them also into the game just for me just playing. Giving them the. Clapping, applauding, yelling, screaming, like what I did with Albert and Joe. I had the whole crowd going crazy because I kept saying, "Give me the fucking ball, Joe. You're gonna," and the whole crowd. They were all into it. They were yelling, screaming. Yeah, every shot I hit, the crowd would explode. My partner would explode. See what I mean?
I could just see Albert. I could just picture Albert just like, God dang it, Joe. Look what you done. You got this dude riled up, bro. It didn't need to be that way.
Yeah, he did big time. He did big time. And so I gave him the show, but I didn't plan it. I just got mad. I got pissed off. I didn't like what he did. You know what he did? Look, he went like, I sweated on him. And I
got you, Saeed.
And he goes like this. Like I'm some kind of piece of garbage.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw that, and I didn't like it. That's when I turned around and I said, "Fuck you, Joe." I said, "Fuck you."
Wait, how did you sweat on him? What like he tried to box you out or something?
I get aggressive and I bumped him.
Oh, okay.
He went like.
Oh, like you're disgusting or something.
Like I'm disgusting. So when I saw it, I said, "Fuck you, Joe." They never scored another point. I went on a complete rampage. I kept telling him, "Give me the ball. Give me the ball." You know what I mean? Yeah. So he just blew my mind. I thought I didn't like him very much, at all.
I could see him garnering some dislike.
Yeah, I've known him for, like I said, we're old friends, but I know all about Joe. I know all about him. I've known him for a long time. He's a character, but he's a bully. Like I said, I don't like bullies. You know what I mean?
Fair.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Because you need to ask kicked.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the female athletes in handball? Did you know? Were you familiar with the female handball scene?
Yeah, sure. They're all excellent, but they just don't get the respect that they deserve. You know
really?
Because they're women. It's unfortunate. They have to. They organize themselves. They need to, like tennis, right? This isn't all sports, you know what I mean? It's like tennis. The women they do what they do for themselves, you know what I mean? But the women they organize their own tournaments. It's important, but they have to be involved. Not all of them. I'm sure a lot of the guys do the same thing. But they don't get the respect that they deserve. People. There's a lot of people don't watch the games when they're playing.
Right. Yeah, I've seen that firsthand.
Right? They're playing on one side. They're on one side. Everybody's over there, and they're over there. And the only ones that are there are the women there watching. So, it's okay. It's been like that for a long time.
Yeah, but like, who's to blame there? Like, can you blame? Like, would you blame more so the females for not training harder and making it more exciting, or would you more so blame the guys who don't watch because they should just watch because some guys might say, I don't want to watch because it's not as high octane as the guys who actually like play a little way harder.
Well, this is one thing, right? It's like women playing against women. They got a lot to lose because they're playing on a woman. You understand? A woman plays a man, she has nothing to lose.
Right.
The guy lose. See? That's
True.
why a lot of guys don't want women in tournaments against women. Like what's her name?
Jenny Q?
Yeah, Jenny Q.
What do you think about Jenny Q?
Got a great game.
I agree.
If you watch her, have you noticed that against women, she doesn't win much, does she?
She started recently.
Right. But lately, because it's a different thing, they have a lot more to lose. When women play against men, especially of her caliber, they got nothing to lose. And I always say the most dangerous opponent is somebody who has nothing to lose.
I like that.
But back to your point is, no, it's just the way. It's just the way. It's always been like that.
It's always been like that.
Always been like that.
It's curly too.
You know.
Yeah. Somebody's who would you say besides your lady? Who's your favorite female player of all time?
Well, there was a woman named Rosemary Bellini, and she was.
Oh, my dog. Isn't that dog beautiful? See the dog I found?
Tony.
I'm going to adopt a dog.
Oh, wow. That is a very pretty dog. Holy.
Has blue eyes like my grandson.
You found it? What do you mean you found it?
At the shelter, my girlfriend found it for me.
Oh, snap.
Because I had 3 dogs, and one of them just died. His name was Napoleon. And this one's called Laney.
Laney.
Yeah.
My sister's name's Laney.
It's a Pyrenees hound some sort.
It's a hunting for a dog.
That looks like a good dog. That's a good dog right there.
Oh. She didn't know much about it. She was a great 4-wall player.
What was her name? Melini? What was her name? Rose Bellini.
She was the woman that went into the B men singles and won it. In 4 walls, though.
Oh, wow. In 4-wall?
4, 1, and 3.
Oh, wow. Okay.
1 wall.
It's a crazy question, Timbo. I'm going to ask it.
Back in the days, we had some really nasty girls.
Mm-hmm.
From Pinkville, they used to have women's tournaments in Arthur Park when I was a kid. The whole park would be jammed. I had to get out. We had to get that. We couldn't even play. You had to get there at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
So packed.
And they would be playing all freaking day.
The ladies?
Twins. And they were like excellent players. The girls, they were nasty. Matter of fact, let me tell you a story. There was this girl at Red Hook. Her name was Sonia. And she was kicking everybody's ass in that park. Everybody.
Chat, we got Angel on stream, man.
People were listening, hearing about her.
Everybody hit that like button.
So in me being the hustler, I went to that park. And I was actually going to take her money.
You were?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were, of course.
Yeah, but, she's beating everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's fucking everybody up. So I go to the park, call her out. And I'm watching her dismantle these guys. And they're good. She might have been playing 2 against 1.
Okay. Whoa, 2 against 1 against the dudes. Holy moly.
Yeah, she was watching these 2 guys by herself. So I called her out and said, you want to play me singles for money? But she recognized me. She said, no, Angel, I'm not going to play it.
Damn.
And she didn't play me.
You're too
I went
infamous.
all the way to Red Hook in Brooklyn. That's in the boondocks, right?
I know Red Hook.
Just to take her money.
Yeah.
Because I kept hearing about this girl named Sonia that was waxing everybody in the neighborhood.
Okay.
So, but she recognized me, and she said, no, Angel, I'm not going to play.
That's what happens when you get too good. Now you can't hustle the same.
The twins, today, the girls, the twins, Jasenia and whatever, they're like really super good.
You like their game?
Yeah.
I think they're...
But they're consistent.
Mm-hmm.
They're consistent. Remember, consistency is the key. How consistent you are.
Yeah, I agree.
You know the expression, flash in the pan?
Flashing the pan?
A flash in the pan.
A flash in the pan? Nah, I might be too young for that one.
Well, you know what that means? That means today I won a tournament. Today I'm the best. And then next week I get my ass kicked. And I never win again.
That's it. One and done.
You had your moment.
Quick.
That's why longevity... That's why guys like me, Buddy, and all this, Joe, we're recognized because we've been around for 40 years playing handball, maybe longer. Our greatness continued year after year after year.
I love that.
It didn't wane. But then
right.
Eventually it had to wane. But longevity is what you're going to be remembered for. What have you done? Not what kind of fucking card you get. You know what I mean?
Gio's in my chat right now. He said, who has the best drop shot you've ever seen?
Gio?
Yeah.
Hey, Gio, I was doing that shot years ago, kid. I called it the chop drop.
The chop drop?
He's nasty, but nobody. I don't see it. Gio, I don't understand. I don't see it using that as much. Look, if Gio, listen, Gio's a great player, bottom line, right?
Yeah.
But Gio, you got to start putting those finesse shots back in your arsenal. Those shots you have, those drops are great. Because they'll always keep them moving forward and backwards. They'll keep them off balance. You know what I mean? So don't forget about that. That was your bread and butter. Keep it coming.
Keep it coming. Okay. Timbo asked, Timbo's being messy. He said, who's on your zip list?
Oh, boy, a lot of people on my zip list. I used to carry a card, and I used to give it to people after I beat them 21-0. I'm talking about good players.
Your zip card. Here's your zip card.
After I left, I would beat them 21. You know what was good about that? Because it gave me incentive to really beat this guy 21-0.
So you could give out your card.
Because in my wallet, I would have 10 cards, and I would create them myself because I'm an artist, of course. And after the game, I would say, come over here for a minute. After being 21 zip, I said, here. I would hand them the card. I would take a picture with them. You know what I mean? I said, what's that? I said, well, it's a card from Angel. And it says I just beat you 21-0.
No, you wouldn't take a picture with them.
Oh, you're going to check it out. You're going to love this, right?
Yo.
I was practicing at Echo Park in the Bronx, right? I was working out. So some kid comes up to me, and he says, "Can I play you?" But I already know this kid sucks.
Okay.
I said, "Kid, I'm working out." He looks at me and he says, He says, "I'm young." He said, "You're old." I said, "Yeah." I used my backhand. I beat him 21 zip, and I gave him a card.
With a flick.
The second game, he says, "I'm going to make a point here." Again, I backhanded him, beating 21 zip, and I gave him another card.
Gave him another card.
Old card. Yeah. He called me old. Imagine that. He says, "I'm young, you old." I said, "Oh, really?"
He was cruising.
Left backhand 21 zip twice.
He was cruising for it.
Yeah, so I always carried those cards. I mean, I gave a lot of them away. To good players, too. In doubles and singles. If I beat you in doubles, 21 zip.
Chat, this is Angel Marquez.
So, it was a great thing because it gave me
one of the best players to ever do it.
People 21-0. So you're going to go all out every game because you have these cards in your wallet.
That's so funny.
They
You just
back up.
you wanna share your cards. You wanna get your cards out.
Exactly. So if I'm playing a game, every game is like a money game. You know, I'm playing hard because I wanna get these guys like 10 zip right away. Because once I get you 10 zip, I'm on my way. My thing is if
There you
it's
go.
8 zip, 9 zip. But once I get you 10 zip, I'm on my way.
You're on your way.
I'm points to make.
You're about
So I
halfway
would try
there.
my best to
Just get that first 10 piece.
to make sure you can score a point. 'Cause
But
I love cards away.
but see but that's also what messed you up with Buddy too. Cause you had got Buddy 12 zip. And then, you know what I mean? Buddy was a different story.
Yeah. It happens to the best of us. Anybody can get it beaten really bad. It happened to me. It happened to Timbo. It happens to everybody. Rookie's been beaten 21-1. I almost zipped him.
Yeah, that was close. That was close. He almost got a card in a flick. He almost got a card.
21 zip. I had him 20. I have points zip.
Yeah.
And he got.
Hey, you know, Rookie being your student, he probably knew you had them cards. He said, I ain't getting carded.
Oh no, Rookie did it one step better. You know what he would do?
Huh.
I told the kid, and this is the strategy I use. I said, kid, when you beat somebody and they don't want to play you anymore,
It's a good question, Silver.
take them off the list. So you know what? He actually wrote a list with the players that he wanted to beat. And he was showing me, he said, Angel, he don't want to play me no more. He would play for money until he would see the same guy. The guy would, you want to play for money? And the guy would
Take him off the list.
take him off the list.
Yo, it's like a business. Holy moly.
Yeah. He said, Angel, this guy, you don't want to play me no more. He would scrape him off the list, and another guy, and another guy, and another guy. And he showed me the list. It was about this long of the players that he wanted to do. You see what I mean? So that was good because that's a strategy. If a guy keeps playing you, two things are going to happen. Number one, he's going to start getting better at your expense. He's going to start figuring you out.
Yeah, exactly.
A game that was easy is not as hard. It's not easy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm going to be beating you so badly that you're not going to play me anymore. And that's exactly what I want. I beat you 2 games. You scored 1 point each game. Why do you want to play me anymore?
Just crushing them.
And the other way, he's going to improve at your expense.
Right.
It's going to at your expense.
Yeah.
But that's your incentive. Your incentive is maybe to take his money, but at the same time, he keeps coming at you.
Right.
No matter what, he's coming at you. You're not challenging him. He keeps challenging you.
Mm.
And he's going to get better and better and better. Okay, thank you. All right? He's going to get better and better and better.
Somebody asks, what's your or what was your practice workouts? When you were in your prime, say, what did your practice workouts look like?
Intense. They were intense. I would practice like I was in a game. I stayed there for an hour or two, volleying, killing, left hand, right hand, non-stop. So
1 to 2 hours.
I would, if people wanted to play me, I wouldn't get off the court. They say, hey, I want to play. How much you want to play for? They don't want to play for money now. So I said, then you ain't getting on the court because you're ruining my practice. That's why people hate it. I'd be Bogart in West 4th Street, and I wouldn't let anybody play because you're ruining my practice. But my practice was intense, like a real game. Look, players today, the mistake they make is that they just go to play. They don't practice before you play. Why would you want to go to a tournament and not stop off at the park first?
It's true.
Right?
I'm gonna be playing in Florida. I'm gonna be on the courts the days prior, just playing games, getting acquainted.
Right, get on the court. You could look. Two things you got to do. But players, again, they don't do it.
Mm.
They don't size up their opponents before a tournament, before a game.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I playing? I'm playing that guy, right? Now, he's in a game. Why aren't you watching him if you don't know him?
Right.
See, my strategy a lot of times is, come on, kid, I'm being interviewed.
Him. What are you talking about? Other in handball.
I'm sorry, this is my girlfriend's nephew. Go.
Oh, what's up, buddy?
I will be.
They all want a showboat. Oh, right.
Oh.
So
Real quick, Timbo said he needs to borrow some of those cards.
Oh!
don't worry. If I ever see you, I'll go on them exclusively for you, all right? With your picture on it.
Yo,
And
that's
that's another
funny.
thing players don't do. They don't size up their opponents.
Yeah.
I didn't care because I was me. I knew everybody. You know what I mean? They were more afraid of me than I was worried about them.
Yeah, Chad, we're here with
Played these
Angel.
guys before, but you know you got to you have to size up your opponent. If you just don't
Drop some
stand
questions in the
around
chat
during
for
a
him.
freaking tournament, or
We're gonna be
in a
chatting for a
park,
little bit.
If you see an empty court, go hit the ball. Right? You don't have to learn how to play. I mean, how because it shows you how good you are, how you're going to be playing today. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I have had some really great workouts, but man, I can't wait to leave the park because I know I'm going to go out there and destroy people because I feel good. But then you have these days where you're warming up and you don't feel right. Something's not right.
Yeah.
Tonight, today you're going to have to do something different because you don't feel good. You're missing shots. You're just not your game. You don't feel like the game, but at least you know that. Now, don't wait till a freaking game to figure out how you're going to play. And they don't do it today. Players don't do it. That's why they keep losing to this guy, that guy, because you ain't sizing him up. You're not seeing what he's all about. Same thing, no intimidation anymore. People don't intimidate people. They don't go up and say, "I'm gonna kick your fucking ass." Huh?
Oh.
Who you playing? I'm playing you. Hey, what's your name? I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
I did a guy who beat me 21-1 in a West 4th Street against the Bronx Challenge back in the days. It was Cortona against West 4. So I played this guy named George Riken. He tremendous serve and killed, just like me, right? He beat me 21-1. I met him in a tournament in the Nationals, and I told him, I looked him right in the face. I said, "You ain't getting up." I beat him 25 zip. He never got up.
Ooh.
On one serve.
See, okay, so where did your trash talk originate? Cause one thing I deal with, or I've dealt with in the past, maybe you could give me some insight on it, is I always been more of a silent killer and just let my hands talk, right? And so the times in the past I've tried to trash talk, right? It's worked against me. I'm thinking too much about the psychological warfare and I'm losing the physical warfare of, the shots and, is it just practice? How can I get better at trash talking?
Let's check this out. Look at my eyes. See that stare? That's
Yeah.
a no-nonsense put there.
Yeah.
If you look at a person in the eye, sometimes that's all it takes. You look at them, yeah, we don't play. See? No, they look at you and they see you fucking around.
See, I've done the look. I can do the look. The look is cool. I can do the look when I'm feeling good, when I'm confident. I do the look for sure. Some people get frustrated. Yo, why you grilling? I was playing Mike. He's like, yo, why do you keep looking at me? I was kicking his behind, But it's the talking is what I don't know. Once I get to yapping, I'm sometimes maybe I gotta.
Silent killer. You gotta let your hands do the talking.
Yeah.
What you do on the court is enough. Like Timbo, I know he plays a lot of doubles, but when Timbo was, really, really destroying people, he had that intimidation factor.
Oh, yeah. Oh, heck yeah.
His work rate was ridiculous.
Mm.
He was so innovative and still is. See, Timbo, and you could see, Timbo fought for every point. He didn't, he talked smack on you. Timbo did everything. But it's like what he's doing is, is his emotion. He wears his emotion on his sleeves.
Yeah.
Gio's thing. And I'm always the same thing, I'm gonna, that's enough to do it. Just how your work rate, how you perform on the court, it's all not just talking. It's everything put together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? How you perform. Now, players are, if you have look, that's another thing, too, that's missing in today's sport is a serve.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a big serve, I'm going to scare the shit out of everybody. You understand?
Yeah.
And that's monster serve. Monster serve. It's not easy to serve a guy out 25 zip was a top 8 player. I've done it. Because my serve was so tough to hit. And that was enough. That's all I needed to do. Just get up there and serve and kill them. Now, today's players don't have that. They don't use that anymore.
I don't have a serve.
Gun. When a guy gets on the court, he's serving high serve, sidearm serves, this serve. Nothing to really keep you on your toes. You know what I mean? If you got a good serve, it's intimidating. The object of a good serve is going to give you setups.
Are you talking doubles as well as singles?
The same thing.
Same thing.
I race guys in doubles.
Okay.
I know where to place the ball. I can see where they're standing. You understand? But serving high serves is not good because you're relying too much on your defense. Handball is not a defensive game. It's an offensive game. You're not going to win small ball games back in the days with a high serve.
Oh, yeah. Small ball is a different animal.
And everybody else. I don't think ain't nobody going to beat me in a pink ball if you ain't got no kind of serve. Because by the time you blink, the game will be over. And I don't care who you are.
What do you think about Boris's ace serve?
It's nice. You learned it from me.
Okay. Someone in my chat just commented.
I like that kid, Boris. He's cool.
For sure.
Right, and that's it. And he keeps it up. It's relentless. But nobody used. Billy the Kid had a nice stiff-arm serve. Emmett had a nice stiff-arm serve. Buddy, of course, had the punch serve. I had a serve. Joe had a serve. See, we all used the serve back then. In the 90s, everybody, a lot of guys were still serving. And then we get into the 2000s, it was like the serve disappeared.
Yeah, it got safe.
But you know whose fault that is? Little Justin. He had a lot to do with that.
Which Justin?
Little Justin. Black Justin.
Black Justin.
Tremendous player. Tremendous talent. Never served the ball for shit. So everybody figured they could do the same thing. Yeah, but he was a shooter. He was a little guy, and he killed everything.
Yeah.
He's beating rookies, one kid on the court. Tremendous
Had a lot of
speed.
hustle, too. Yeah.
Yeah, I was very impressed with that guy. Didn't serve. Just went deep. Everybody tried a lot, but they forget he's short. Little guys can kill. So
Right.
Kill.
They're close to the bottom of the wall already.
See, they're right there.
Low
they're in
set,
the kill zone.
I say the same thing.
Now, you guys who are tall, because I taught that to Rookie and Kid Justin, because they're tall.
Yeah.
You guys don't bend your knees.
Gotta bend the knees.
When it comes, because if you're 6'2" or 6'3", you'll stretch your arms out to reach the ball.
Of course.
And your legs will be extended. You don't bend your knees enough because if you reach, you think you can get it.
Yeah.
That's why tall guys need to bend their knees.
I do.
You'll see how you look at games of Rookie. Look at games of Kid Justin. Look at games of Emmett. Watch how these big guys bend their knees. To literally putting their knees on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And watch other guys not bend their knees at all. And that's what he fucked up. See, you're very vulnerable to one shot. Even rookie was the deep drives to the left, because those are shots you might have to scoop, and guess what? You have to bend your knees. You don't bend. When I hit a deep drive with a tall guy, he's not going to bend his knees. He's going to have to try to use his reach, and that's where I got him. So tall guys have a hard time with the deep drive shots. You see, so
I gotta practice that.
Bend your knees.
Yeah.
Bend your knees.
Somebody just asked, what was your diet like when you were in your prime? Were you focused on diet?
I didn't really like. I never stretched because I was very flexible. I never stretched before games. I never stretched because I was just very flexible. Even today, I'm very flexible.
How tall are you?
Huh?
How tall are you?
5'10",
5'10", okay.
which is average, which is good for a handball player. Because see, when you're average, I can reach the ball, and I can reach the ball.
Yeah, you got the up and the down.
Right, so I'm good here because I have the reach, and I'm good down there because I have the reach. Plus, I bend my knees. You know what I mean? So, and average size players, a lot of the greater players were average size. See, Buddy was about 6'1". You see him next to each other. He's taller than me. And Joe, again, Joe's another guy to look at. He bends his knees.
How tall was Joe?
About 6'2".
About 6'2".
Yeah.
Reggie's in my chat. He said, tell you, he said hi. Reggie said, it's an honor to be beaten by you and learn from it.
Yeah, what's up, Reg? Likewise. Reggie's a good guy.
Angles.
Yeah, Reggie's a good guy. Total gentleman on the court. We've had some battles.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
He's a good player.
Do you play nowadays or not really?
I always keep in shape. My girlfriend built a wall for me where I can work out. So if I play, I try to play pickleball or whatever, but I'm always hitting something. I'm always hitting a wall or this or that. They have handball courts here in Saco. So, occasionally when it gets warm, I'll probably be visiting those.
What do you think about pickleball? How have you been finding it?
It's nice.
I've played it. I've dabbled in it, and I've enjoyed it a lot. I have a lot of transferable skills from handball.
Oh yeah, sure, and it's great because you can switch hands. So it's like you can use the left. Once I saw I could use my left, and you can play singles, which is nice. I started, improving by playing singles. I'll be calling people out in the singles because I figure I could get better that way. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a good game.
The singles is a lot of fun too. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Appreciate you taking the call, Angel. I've wanted to talk to you for a little while. I'm happy that the cards fell in place today.
There are a lot of things that can help improve the game, but the worst part is that we just don't know how to market ourselves. We just want to, the bottom line is, Joe said the same thing. We just want to play handball. It's like an artist. I prefer to have an agent go take care of my business.
Of course.
I just want to paint.
Of course. Yeah.
And then we don't know that. We're not marketing experts.
Right.
Leave that to them. We just want to play handball. Let them take care of it. But that's the problem, and tournaments are not the answer. They're not. They're great for the sport, but as far as marketing is concerned, no.
Yeah.
Not gonna work.
Oh, that's an interesting take. Okay. Yeah, it does seem like people think that just hosting tournaments is enough, right?
The crowd cannot consist of all the players.
Right.
And not to mention, why aren't you charging admission to try and get the people out there in? The newbies, the people coming off the street.
You mean to watch?
To watch, right. The average person.
Well, I think a lot of these are hosted in the public. Most tournaments.
Right, that's not good because you want, people are walking back and forth, but they have no incentive to drag them in there. They buy a ticket, of course, they'll want to come in, right? And there's another thing also, by the way. Why are you charge? Why do people charge food for the players? You understand?
Why charge the players for food?
Yeah, I played in many racquetball tournaments. Everything is free. I paid my entry fee. This went on. I played in the 3-1 Nationals. We had buffets. We got to go to a nice restaurant afterwards.
That's so nice. USHA gives out like free food and stuff at their
and we already paid
nationals.
them.
Of course.
So we don't have to pay for that. It's all included.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it more better for the players than having to pay for your own food. Then again, you can always get your own food, right?
True.
That's another thing that maybe the person who's hosting it can make money out. There's many ways to make money. That's one. Sell tickets. That's two.
Sell tickets.
The most important thing, fucking get a permit and rent that and have that court for yourself. Because when you can have a permit on your park, you can do whatever you want.
Right.
Right? You want to put benches? Why not? You want to sell food to the people? Not the players. That's already included.
Right.
Without a permit, you can't. This is the danger of not having a permit. So that anybody from the neighborhood can call the park rangers and stop your shit.
True.
You know what the park rangers are going to say? Where's your permit? And you're going to say, I don't have one. And they're going to ask you to leave.
That's tough. Yeah, I heard somebody's tournament getting shut down like that recently.
Is somebody anonymous, just lives in the neighborhood, looks out the window. I don't want this shit here. And it calls, and next thing you know, the park rangers, they come like that.
Yeah.
They'll be there. They'll tell you, do you have a permit? No.
Gotta go.
You can't tell. You're running a tournament. Not a permit. You cannot tell me to get off the court.
Right.
If I'm playing doubles and I got a group of guys, you have no right to tell me to get off the court.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm going to run a tournament here. Where's the permit? I don't have a permit. You can't tell me shit. And you can't.
Go through more people could go through the legal, go through the processes.
So you see my point? You're running tournaments out of courtesy of the people in the neighborhood. Or maybe it's just a dead-ass park. But all it takes is one person, and they can stop anything that you're doing. That's the danger of not running. And see, the point of this is you have no control. You think you're running a tournament, you have control. You have none. Mm-hmm. Because that guy over there can just stop you. Anybody can. You might not like what's happening in the tournament, and call them up, and here they come.
He might have got first rounded and got zipped, given a card. Somebody took a flick with him, and he's like, I'm getting everything shut down.
Right, or something like that, some stupid shit, right? But where's your control if any Tom, Dick, and Harry can just call a ranger on you and ruin your day? Because you have the right to tell anybody to get off the court. And that includes Carlos. Because see what Carlos does? He has a permit.
Carlos Centeno.
He has a permit. They're smart.
Yeah.
Carlos isn't going to get thrown off the court. Dwight's not going to get off the court. When they run the USHA Nationals, I'm sure they have a permit.
My phone just hit low battery. I'm plugging it in. But yeah, I agree with you. Just go through the legal means. But so you're saying that tournaments are not. So, all right. So if tournaments aren't the best way to promote, what's a better way?
Better way is exactly like I said. Do it the right way. Have total control by running a tournament and having a permit.
Got you.
Because without a permit, because then you can market it a lot better. You know what I mean? You can market it. You can, like I said, you can sell food. You can sell T-shirts. That part is yours for the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That part belongs to you. Nobody can interfere. I can let anybody in, or not let anybody in. Riffraff, people you don't want there. You don't want smoking. You don't want weed. You don't want cigarettes. Boom. But how you gonna tell somebody to do that? Stop that if you ain't got a permit. You can't tell me to not smoke.
I've heard several times people, tournament hosts ask like, can you just be considerate of the smoke? And I've heard people go, hey, I'm in public, I can do whatever I want.
Exactly. Now, if they go outside, the perimeter is fine.
Right.
I have no control.
Right.
But it's a permit. I have control. Without that, they can do whatever they want outside, but please don't do it here in the perimeter where I'm doing. It's not. It sounds simple, but it's not. You know what I mean? It really isn't, because it's hard to tell people what to do. And then they get mad, and then oh man, this guy's selling us this, and it's kind of a catch-22.
You gotta be I think you gotta be a little diplomatic. You might, you gotta be tactful. My chat is spamming. Who are your top 5 players? They're spamming it. Chat, in which ball, chat? In which ball? You guys are spamming top 5. In which ball?
Big blue.
Angel Marquez has played many different balls.
Right, so you gotta ask me once. I have 3. Because I played them all. I could throw in 4 walls and,
And then it's even more. Then it's, yeah. All right, big blue, y'all. Big ball, big blue. Big ball, big blue. Top 5. Yeah, we all play big blue.
Which era?
Which era, chat? Which era? Y'all want old school, new school? Old school?
We'll go down to either the 90s or the 2000s.
Oh, all right, they're saying all time. They want an all time from you, Angel. No pressure. They want a top 5 of all time in Big Blue. No pressure.
I want to include myself.
You would or wouldn't?
No, I want to include myself.
You would not?
Well, I will, but if we're talking my time,
all time.
Again, all time, that would be Joe, Buddy, me, Billy the Kid, and Emmett, because we were dominating for that period.
Chat, y'all heard that?
5 for the 90s.
For the 90s.
For the 90s.
You, Joe, Buddy, Emmett, Billy the Kid.
Billy the Kid. The Big 5.
The Big 5, okay.
Now, if you're talking beyond that, okay, you got to go, of course, Rookie.
The Prodigy.
Rookie, you know what they think about Rook? Is that he dominated for so damn long.
I know.
It took Timbo a long time. I mean, you could throw Gio in there. So let's go Rookie, Gio. Because they both come from the same thing. Yeah. This is funny, right? I taught Rookie. Rookie taught Gio. Go figure. It's like a circle in between the 3 of us.
Each one teach one.
Yeah. Yeah, I taught Rookie and Rookie taught Gio. Go figure. So we'll put Gio there. Okay. Timbo, of course.
Okay.
Because remember, Gio was dominating Timbo and Tao at the time. You know what I mean? I saw like there's a matter of Gio playing both of them by himself.
Yeah. That's an old school game.
Yeah, so I got to go with Timbo, of course. So I got Rookie, Gio, Timbo. Justin, of course. Little Justin. Wow. I was so impressed with that kid. Wow. Tremendous freaking talent. I'm not saying he just got really badly out of shape, and then he relied on his speed, and once you lose the speed, and that's your bread and butter, it's it ain't gonna work out that well. He said he got a job. That's fine.
Okay.
So Justin, I don't know if I want to throw Ray Lopez. Lopez is one of few. Lefty George.
This is more than 5, Angel, but throw them out. Throw them out there.
I'm going between those 2.
Oh, okay.
And but I don't know about Lefty. I played Lefty George. I freaking crushed him 3 games.
Ooh.
I think 5 points
Oh,
when we played singles. I never played Ray.
Little Justin. Wait, were you talking about Little Justin or Tall Justin before?
A little Justin.
You were talking about Little Justin. Got you.
5 Pee Wee.
Pee Wee. Okay, rookie, Timbo, Gio, Pee Wee, Ray Lopez.
Little Justin.
Little Justin. Okay, Little Justin. Okay.
He's done a lot. He's won small ball tournaments, singles, nationals.
Pee Wee, right?
Yeah, he's won King of the Courts. He's won.
Very versatile.
Four straight time. Yeah, Pee Wee, absolutely.
Very versatile.
Even though he was a one-arm player, but he had a whole serve.
Yeah. That arm was like 3 arms.
Yeah.
Nice. He said Pee Wee. Last one, Pee Wee. Someone said, "What do you think about Cisco?"
Cisco was nice. Big Cisco?
Yeah.
I don't say he was great. He had a nice game.
He had a nice
More
game.
than anything else. You know what I mean?
You said what?
He was more of a hustler.
More of a hustler.
$5 games.
Yo, yeah. Yo, to this day. That's crazy you say that. To this day.
Yeah, but he had a nice game. I played him 2 games once, and that was a beatdown.
Yeah. 3 arms was crazy? Rookie, Gio, Timbo. Yeah, he said rookie, Gio, Timbo, Justin, Pee Wee. Gio said, was the list in order?
Well, it's got to be Rook, number 1. I mean, you know.
Rookie number 1.
Who came where? See? Rookie came first. Gio, because Gio learned from
What do you mean by who came where?
And then Timbo after that. And then Kid Justin. Kid Justin, he had his moments against Rookie, but not all the time. And he didn't last that long. But he disappeared after a while.
Justin
And
did disappear,
Pee-wee.
yeah.
I put Pee Wee. I can almost move Pee Wee up. Yeah, let me move Pee Wee up. Rookie, Gio, Pee Wee. And then Little Justin. Yeah, I gotta move Pee Wee up.
And then Timbo last?
But, you know, yeah, he was in a lot. He's done a lot. In small ball and with the big blue.
Okay, copy. So, what do you think about Herman Mendez?
Herman was nice. He's done okay, but he's never won a lot of singles tournaments.
Okay.
Yeah, doubles.
More doubles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gio said he likes the top 5. Okay. Fire. Yeah, we got a couple people here. Timbo, Gio. Couple people in the chat. Yeah, chat. This is Angel Marquez, chat. One of the legends, handball legends. Angel, what was the tournament that you won, and then they like retired the tournament? Is that ringing a bell? I remember seeing you say that there was some tournament you won and they never did it again. So
Yeah, that was the U.S. Internationals. They won it and they never did it again.
but they have that now.
No, pink ball, Spalding.
The Spalding, got you. The Spalding. Okay, yes.
Never ran it again, so I retired undefeated.
You're the
Rocky Marciano of handball.
The who?
The Rocky Marciano, the only heavyweight champion in boxing to retire undefeated.
Nice.
They took my title because they just stopped making a pink ball. So I never got a chance to defend it because, so I will always be, in the words of Razor Ramon, the wrestler, you can all call me champ.
Nice. That's good stuff. Yeah, I've never actually hit a Spalding ball myself. I don't think I've ever. I just started playing in maybe like 2012. So.
Died like in about 1989.
Oh, I wasn't even
Well, they stopped. What
In
happened was
existence.
they stopped putting air in the ball. Spaldies were so nice and tight. They didn't call it a high bounce ball or nothing. So what happened was they stopped putting air in the ball for some strange reason, and then they stopped making them. Period.
I can't get them on screen. We're on a phone call.
This guy bought them all out. I think he bought like 100,000 of them.
Who's
He thought
that?
He was killing by pumping them up and selling them to the handball players. But what happened was they started playing with the skybounce, and they started picking up and getting big. He got stuck with all those balls. You know,
Who was that?
This guy was about 6'3". He used to be on a bike, and he was really ripped. And he used to carry all the balls in the knapsack and try to sell them. But it didn't work. He just got stuck with all of them.
People stopped using them.
Right.
Why?
Because they started playing handball with a skybounce, and it started gaining popularity.
Why do you think the what was it about skybounce that like made it so popular over the pink ball?
Well, the smart thing was that they made it pink. Remember, the first skybounce was a tan ball. So
Okay.
It made it that it looked like a Spalding.
Interesting.
It bounced like one. So, you know, people just gravitated to it. You know what I mean? And they weren't playing stickball with it. They weren't doing anything with it. They were just started playing handball with it. So it just kind of caught on, and the timing was good because paddleball was starting to sink like the Titanic. You know what I mean? The paddleball game was starting to go down,
Yeah.
which gave the opportunity. That's why courts that were 24/7 and lighted, by the way, at Yankee Stadium, became handball courts now. They never played handball in Yankee Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
They played straight paddleball when I was young, back in the early 80s. They had big tournaments where Budweiser ran tournaments there.
For what? Paddleball?
Paddleball, right. They had the Budweiser Classic every year.
The Budweiser Classic paddleball tournament. That's interesting.
So as paddleball started, this is you can attribute it to timing
Yeah.
because
I know some handball players who love a Budweiser tournament. Just a side note.
well, paddleball was
Or Modelo.
huge in the 80s, right? That's why they had 7 indoor facilities, massive ones, all over New York City. Paddleball was huge. Zariga, Blondell. You know, by Zariga, there was another indoor court on Blondell Avenue, and that had 6 courts. You walk in, that's 3 courts on both sides. Zariga was
I didn't
bigger.
know
They
that.
had an extension. It's bigger.
Mm.
So and then they had one Steinway. So as paddleball started to die, because they didn't have McFadden, another big one in Queen.
Let's go Spiders.
And handball started to creep up. It was all timing.
Just fortunate timing.
Right, it was all timing. The handball players took over again because the paddleball game started sinking big time. They started shutting all those indoor places down. They couldn't make money anymore.
Right.
The only one was Riga. It's a dinosaur. It really is.
Wow. Yeah, they
It's one of the originals that's still stamped. That's actually being used for handball.
Yeah, I think they're working because the Long Island place closed. I think they're working on getting even another spot open. I think that'd be good for the community.
It's hard to make money on that. You know, it's hard to make money on handball players. That's why Guz's place in Brooklyn, they shut down.
Mm-hmm.
That was an idiot anyway. You know what I mean? They put a bar in the handball court.
I heard about that. I didn't think a bar. Yeah, a bar that's. I mean, maybe because he's thinking about the money aspect, though, right? If we try to get in his shoes.
We're handball players. Why are you putting a bar there? Bad mistake. I couldn't believe it. I was like, a bar? At least places like Steinway had, baseball practicing. They had a soccer. Eventually they put a swimming pool in there. Imagine going to an indoor place like Zariga and having a swimming pool.
Swimming pool. I like swimming. I'm starting to swim. I'm just starting to learn how to swim as an adult. But yeah, I see what you're saying. Just like keep it more handball focused, right?
Right. So that's what happened. You know, it was all timing. If it wasn't for that timing, when paddleball is going down and handball is starting to come back a little bit.
Yeah.
But there weren't a lot of people in that Yankee Stadium. A lot of people. That thing went all the way into the night. It was packed. Second one time, when I played at Walton High School in the singles, there were a lot of people there. You know what I mean? So gradually they started running tournaments. And eventually it came to West 4.
Mm-hmm. Gio said he bought your book and he enjoyed it.
Thank you, Gio. I appreciate it.
I didn't know you were a writer. What do you write?
No, that was somebody else, a ghostwriter wrote. It's called The Great One, the story of Angel Marquez.
It kind of like a biography.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, you can get it on. You can check it out on Amazon.
Nice.
Okay.
Does it talk like what is it? Does it talk about you growing up? Like what exactly are we gonna get?
Yeah. Well, pretty much. If you check out the story that they wrote about me in the New York Times, it's pretty much that. So I think, of course, that was much more well written. You know, the article in the New York Times.
Was that back then? When was that?
2011, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, just Google Angel Marquez Handball, and the title is "When the Court Won't Let Go."
And you got an article in the New York Times.
Yeah, sure. When the Court Won't Let Go.
How did Wait, what? Wait, I see you in. Oh no, this is another Angel. When the Court Won't Let Go. How did they reach out to you? Did they email you or?
No, they just got in touch with me. I spent like a week with the guy. You know, at the handball courts here, West 4th Street. We hung out, you know. He just hung out for a week.
Just like interviewing you, just getting a feel for like. New York Times. We need an account to read it. Legendary handball player 53 won't let go of the court.
Yeah, that's not me in front. I'm way in the back. I don't know why this guy put this schmuck in there.
He definitely put a random guy in the front.
You can see me in the back, hit the ball. But it's a pretty good article. You did a really great job.
Marquez is back to a practice regimen of dips, push-ups, and bike riding, and he has engaged in a few laid-back games with neighborhood players. What neighborhood was that?
Where the court is?
Yeah.
That was West 4th Street.
Okay, that's West 4th right there.
Yeah, sure. I've even had I've had my picture taken with Mayor Dinkins in West 4th Street.
Nice.
He came over with a friend of mine who was sponsoring my racquetball tournament, you know, help him get elected. So the mayor just showed up, and he said, hey, come over here, Angel Luck, Mayor Dinkins. He was funny because he was he was at the U.S. Open, so he was dressed in his tennis outfit. So I told people that he came down there to play me, and I fucked him up.
You told him that picture was taken right after you gave him a zip card?
Yeah, exactly. He said, what? Yeah, so he came down and I kicked his ass. Yeah, Mayor Dinkins.
Mayor Dinkins, okay. That sounds like a freaking. That's what they call in pickleball, the dink. It's like a.
The story is that the name pickleball is from the guy's dog named Pickle. The guy who made the game.
Oh snap! That is like a little ball you would play with a dog with.
Yeah, it's called Pickle.
Yeah. What's your all right? So you've competed in a lot of tournaments naturally, right? Who are your top 5 referees?
I can't because me and referees never got along. I cursed out more referees. literally.
You've always been critical of refs, right? I think that's
Let me explain something to you. Being a top player, being a great player, has its perks. Because I was able to manipulate the refs to get them to make the call for me. You know, I would argue, I would yell, I would scream, and eventually they would change. You know, you know what they would say? Take two. That's exactly what I wanted. You know what I mean? So
that's what you wanted, to take two.
But official refs, no, I never liked refs. You know, I would have preferred games. Back in the days, we ref. We never cared about who refed.
Right.
If we played for money, we ref. I'm not saying there wasn't a lot of getting over, because obviously there was, but we tried to take control of what we were doing, whether it was good or bad. We didn't want nobody to ref our game. We just played.
Democracy, you know? Just majority rules on the court.
Right. We don't need anybody to make a call for us. You know, we do it ourselves. That's why we had a lot of arguments. You know, we would fight and argue and bullshit the whole freaking game. Quit. You know what I mean? And then nobody knew the rules. That being that, you know, we're street ball players, nobody cared about the rules. So, I know, you know, technically, if you walk out a game, you got to pay, right?
Right.
We would just walk out.
Damn.
We just leave.
Just,
I ain't paying you shit.
Joe Durso style, just walk off.
Yeah, so I ain't paying you shit. And nobody would ask you for the money. We wouldn't fight, you know. We just walk out the game.
That's crazy. I feel like if someone walks out the game and you don't press them for the payment, I feel like it's either one of two things. You're either getting punked, you're getting bullied, or you knew, like, this game is too close. I don't even want, I might be beat. Yeah, I don't even want to gamble it.
Plan B. A lot of plan B in handball, bro. Check it out. I mean, this is me as a hustler, right? You know, a lot of times, I already have plan B in my mind.
Yeah.
I ain't got no money. I'm going to this park and I'm broke. So I got all the confidence in the world in my skills. I mean, Marquez. First of all, they ain't gonna ask me for money. You know why? Because I'm in Marquez.
Okay.
Then I can put it up.
You built the reputation already.
I'm in Marquez, right?
Nice.
But little did they know, I ain't got a nickel. I ain't got a pot to piss in. So I have to have plan B in case things go wrong. In case, you know, guys getting some lucky freaking shots. Now, I'm talking about maybe I got to spot some points, stuff like that. Straight up, I wouldn't worry. So I have to come into this game with plan B in my brain.
Yeah.
And not B, but plan C. You know what I mean?
And why was it that, you know, you struggled financially? Why were you coming to the park, you know, broke, essentially? What was going on in life at that time?
Lack of education. You know, I grew up in the streets. You know, I was very poor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my father was a handball player, but he was a piece of shit.
Your dad?
Yeah, he was a good handball player, but he was a piece of shit. You know, he just beat us. He would beat the handball courts, and then he'd come and beat us.
Like physically, or in the game?
Yeah.
Are you getting another call?
Yeah, I'm going to decline. It's okay.
Okay.
I'm going to step out for a minute anyway, see what she wants.
Your lady's calling?
Yeah, so that's it, you know. Lack of education. I played more handball in high school than I did going to high school. And like I said, I didn't learn anything from my father. My mom was Puerto Rican, of course, and, you know. So I didn't learn. I learned everything I learned I learned a lot from the streets, from people in the streets, people in the handball courts. And, you know, life was tough. So I grew up on a welfare system, you know, always struggling.
Really? So
handball was just kind of an outlet. I didn't mean to be a handball player. I wanted to be an artist, musician. You know, I had talent. I was born with God-gifted talent. I'm not saying I had it with music, but I did have it with art, as you can see.
Is that a self-portrait behind you?
Yeah. So handball, you know, it took me it helped me because handball saved my life. Because if it wasn't for handball, I'd probably be dead by now. Stuff like that.
Oh, that's a nice cutout.
All right, so how are you going to make it through life if you ain't got no education? I mean,
True.
I made it to 9th grade, but then I left school right after that. And then I just, then I got into a quest to become the greatest handball player of all time, which is kind of stupid because I didn't make any money anyway.
Well, side mission. But
Yeah.
so
one day I said, I want to be the greatest. I want to be like Ruben. And that was it. You win one tournament, now you're on a mission.
mm-hmm.
I quit after I won the Nationals, but no. You get obsessed. Man, everybody patting you in the back. The waves are opening up no matter where you go. Everybody knows who you are. You get caught up. And then what?
So you're...
You got nothing. You got nothing. Today, handball's the same way. It sucks. Handball's the same way. I love the sport. Everybody loves the sport. But you got to be special and lucky if you intend to make any money out of it. You're just going to end up nowhere. Your body broken because handball takes a toll on your body. When you get older, the pounding on the concrete eats you up alive.
When I started my channel, I started it playing. I was just a player. And then I started thinking, I want to do more. I want to actually try to make something, make a brand, maybe make something I can monetize, start making content, start making merchandise, shirts, hoodies. I got some hoodies and stuff here. These are my hand towels, for that same reason. I'm like, I don't want to just spend, my whole, because I'm doing this anyway. I'm going to spend my life doing this. So, let me try to, scale it and, build something.
That's all right. It's good to have aspirations. Nothing wrong with that. And my thing was just, I wanted to be the man. And I wasn't going to let anything stop me. Call it destiny or whatever. Sometimes, like I said, when destiny kicks in, you can't control it. It controls you now. Because, you know why I say that? I'm probably going to have to take a break after this, all right?
Yeah, for sure.
Or we could stop.
I appreciate you.
Okay, so destiny is a weird thing because out of everything in life, right, the train never stopped moving. Right? Battle, growing up poor, this, that, girls, relationships, everything. But yet, no matter what, you're still on that path to where you want to go, which is, be the great handball player.
Yeah.
In a sport with no money. I couldn't stop it. Destiny was guiding me. No matter what I did, no matter how many times I said, I ain't playing handball no more, I'm not going to do this no more, it continually drove me.
Pulled you back.
Yeah. When I finally did it. And then the obsession came. Because here I finally achieved the dream, but now the obsession is taking over. Mm-hmm. I'm the man. I want more.
Yeah.
And all top athletes get that, Muhammad, boxes, whatever.
For sure.
They can't stop.
No, yeah. You want more, of course. You get that taste of,
right. Now, exactly. Once I became a 3-time national singles champion, that's it. Once I got that Hall of Fame plaque, that's it. There's nothing else. Destiny finally said, okay.
Okay, you fulfilled it. So what was the most money, right? Because you say you were impoverished, you grew up, poor, uneducated. But you played a lot of money games, you won a lot of tournaments. So was that money you were making not enough? Is that what you're saying?
No, that was chump change. You can't survive on that. You made enough. One day I played this guy with a manager. My pocket was bulging. I was playing $20, $40 a game in the 70s. But eventually the money runs out. And then what? What are you going to do now? I got lucky because I met a guy who was backing me up, playing for money, took me everywhere. He's the guy that took me to West 4th Street, St. John's,
Like a sponsor.
Back me up. Kenny Frankie. So if I didn't meet him, I probably wouldn't have become a great player because I didn't need the money. I had his money.
And what'd you spend that money on?
Sneakers, of course.
Sneakers.
I buy a lot with the money I was making, but then eventually it runs out. And you got to go right back on the gravy train. Many nights I spent with no money at all. This was a routine. After this, I'll let you go. All right? It's a horrible routine. My routine was get up in the mornings. Yeah, and I was smoking too much shit too, as you know.
Smoking some jancha? Or something harder?
Smoked a lot of weed.
Okay.
Back then. My routine some days...
That was that strong... those were those strong herbs back then.
Yeah, big time. Today, what they smoke, shit. But my routine was get up in the morning. Now, think about this. I ain't got a pot to piss in. Get up in the morning, go to West 4th, sneak on the train. Go to West 4th.
Evade the fare.
Right. Hope I get $1 game so I can buy... See, I would win $1 or $5.
$1 game. Whew.
And then hold on to... And hopefully I'll play for $5 more.
Okay.
Maybe I can play for $10 more.
Okay.
So on and so on. Or maybe that day they might have had the dollar meals in McDonald's.
Dollar meal.
Get two, because everybody can play for a soda or a game. You don't play for sodas. I had 2 sodas.
What's that, a quarter? 2 quarters?
Yeah, you got some money, and with that you can get something to eat. And then, hope that the day you have enough money to take home with you just to start the same shit all over again. It's a horrible life.
It's a cycle. Just scraping by, basically.
Yeah, the worst feeling is not having money in your pocket. It's terrible. And,
It's quite a feeling, for sure.
Horrible. And you're the great Angel Marquez. Everybody thought that I had it going, but I did. They don't see who you are or what you're doing. They just see the man, It's weird. But, it was a life. So what are you going to do, Hopefully everything will turn out good. And, everything did turn around, which was great. So, I've been very content for the last 40 years. But after that, living in bad neighborhoods, watching people get murdered out my window, crackheads here, alcoholics there, burned out, growing up in a burned out Bronx when it looked like a wasteland.
Yeah, zombie land.
Big time, yeah. Our playgrounds were burned out buildings. So, but that was the life back then. So that's just the way it is.
And eventually... That's the handball life. You ain't got no time. You ain't got nothing to do. You're poor. You're playing the perfect game. That's all of the poor man's game for nothing. So all I did was a pair of sneakers, shorts, a pair of pants, a shirt, and I'm ready to go. Ready to go. And some zip cards.
Right. And do what I want. Exactly. And, and hope for the best.
And
see, it's just... but then you realize you made a mistake, but it's too late. You just let life pass you by, but it's too late now. You did your duty. Destiny has kicked in.
So there was a time when you realized, like, hey, I would have been better off investing all this handball time into something else. There was a time when that clicked to you.
I would have told my father, who he didn't let me go to music and art. Any of the art schools. He said, you ain't going nowhere. Because it kept us prisoners, kept us locked up like in a cage. No friends, nobody allowed upstairs.
No company.
No company. But his family occasionally, living off my mother's welfare, So he refused to let me go to music and art, the art schools and the music schools. And that was it. Once that happened, it was over. My life just... I threw God in the garbage. I started getting into devil worship. Demon, that shit. I went to the dark side.
Became a Sith Lord from Star Wars.
Exactly, yeah. I became a Sith Lord. Right? Exactly. I became...
more of a Palpatine or more of like a Count Dooku, Darth Vader type?
More like Palpatine.
Like a Palpatine. I could see that.
Lord Sidious or whatever.
Lord, yeah, Darth Sidious.
Dark City is right.
Okay.
So I became, and I did that for a while, and I didn't know much. And then I just an empty hole, just moving through life and hoping for the best. It was been interesting, though. I'm not going to say it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was in life. It still is, with
You're
my
right.
girlfriend, because I love her, and now I'm in Maine.
Nice.
I've been working for 29 years,
What do you do now?
I got a pension, so
Oh, fire.
hired, and imagine I can say I'm retired. I didn't think I'd live to be 45. I could have been dead a long time ago.
It's a blessing.
Especially some of the antics I did in the handball court. God would have happened, those guys would have caught me.
Damn. You were a sly dog back in those days, man.
Yeah. I'm glad, I ran from parks, and I had to run for my life. But you got to go back and think, what would have happened if they caught you? If one of those bottles connected, you know what I mean? Throwing bottles at me. Fourth Avenue, the whole park wanted to kill me. Because I would challenge everyone. I had a rampage in that park. I had a rampage in a lot of parks. I talk a lot of shit. But I didn't care. All I cared about was winning, making money. I didn't care. I didn't care if you liked me or you hated me. I didn't give a shit.
And you needed the money.
Yeah, I needed the money. Right.
Well, what was joining the military like? At what time did you say, like, hey, some of my chat just commented, what was the military like?
I never went to the military.
You never went to the military? Okay. Chat, he never went to the military.
Because the war ended when I hit 18.
Got you. Somebody, I know you gotta go in a second. Someone said, what do you think about people who say that your emotions got the better of you, unlike Buddy or
I was my own worst enemy, because I get it so into the game, and if I didn't like a call, I rampage. Yeah. But sometimes, a lot of times, I got better when I got mad. When I blew my stack, I got better. But there were a lot of times that I didn't. It's like, you could see the video of me playing Albert in the third game after I beat him 21-1. They made a bad call on me, 8-up, and I argued for like about 15 minutes. I was cursing the guys out. I was like, "Get the fuck out!" I blew my stack, and then when I look back at that, I probably would have won the small ball nationals that year. I should have did that. I was on them. I should have just had more. I should have just. You got the call. Let me get up and serve, but
keep that energy.
I was my own worst enemy, because I'm not a guy. I'm very laid back. I rarely lose my temper. If I lose my temper like twice, 3 times a year, it's rare.
Handball is a different world, though.
Right, on the handball court, no. I'm totally different. If I think I'm being cheated, if people start bullshitting, I give it right back.
Yeah. Yeah. I see that. I see that in myself too. I'm very laid back, very chill. When I feel like I'm being done wrong on the court, especially from a ref in a tournament, it hurts different. But because you can't really.
I'm sorry.
Can't fight it.
Right, that's why I can't pick a ref, because I used to let the refs have it, big time. Because it was part of the act. It wasn't an act, but it was part of the intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't going to make bad calls against me, right? You're going to change your call.
Mm.
I'm going to
Yeah.
You can get the crowd on your side. They say, "Oh man, you're right. Angel's right. Angel's right. Angel's right." And the refs will actually start turning on the people will start turning on the ref.
Yeah.
I say, "Piece of shit." But that's what happened when I made that call against Albert. All the people are on my side. I may have made a bad call. I don't know. Maybe the ball was low, but all the people now are on my side, and they're cursing out the ref that made the call. I say, "Yo, fuck! You don't know what you're talking about." And everybody's getting into it. See how I turned what I did on my side.
Did they have changed the ref back then?
Yeah, you could. I said it. I told the guys, "I want this ref. I want the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
And he's You know, with the Cody Allen tournament. So, so I had the crowd on my side, and they were cursing the ref out. See? So it worked.
Oh yeah.
At least it worked that I got them not against me, and I'm playing the favorite boy, Albert Apuzzi and Cody Allen. But I had the crowd on my side.
Yeah.
Go figure. See, because
It's that charisma.
You know, it's all what you do here. 95% mental.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about physical. You can win a game up here without using much of this. You know, I was a master in that.
Nice.
Anyway, I'll take one more question if anybody got. Then I gotta leave.
Chat. Last question. Chat. Angel has to run. One more question.
Make it a good one.
One question. Let's make it a good one. Chat. We're here with Angel Marquez, one of the handball legends. Chat. One of the best to ever do it. This isn't a question, but somebody said they wanna see more of those instructional videos. They love those videos.
Okie dokie. You can check them out on my Facebook. I have a few of them.
Yes, he has them on Facebook, yo. Check out his Facebook. Anything you wanna plug? Like, I know you have Facebook. Is it Angel Marquez on Facebook?
Yeah, and then, you know, that goes automatically into my Instagram. Angel the Legend Marquez. You'll find it.
On Instagram too?
Yeah, Instagram too.
What else are you on right now?
I'm on TikTok also.
Okay.
TikTok is a separate entity. So I'm on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. My YouTube channel, I don't pay too much attention to it now because, I have a lot of followers on Facebook and Instagram now, about 5,000, something like that. So that's where I like Facebook also. It's about music, handball, art, all my talents.
Facebook. I like Facebook too. I'm getting more acquainted with it. All right, so last question. What's your one idea to grow the sport from here? Marketing.
You just need one person. So one person who has that knowledge, who's willing to take over, and the most important thing, has the finances. Like the USHA was run by a multimillionaire. He had a business, so he knew how to market.
Mm-hmm.
Took it a long way. So that's what handball needs. Handball needs a guy with marketing skills and money, and is willing to take a chance. I'm not saying it's 100%, but he's willing to take a chance. See, it's good when it comes. You might want to take a loss as a business, in a business sense, a loss for the first time. Then the second time you break even. That's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
At least you get. Now it starts to rise. And another one. Now you know you're on your way. You see, and that's it. You got to figure out how can this be profitable, because it's all about profit. I'm not in a business to lose money. Neither are you. Right?
No.
We're not an establishment or anything and lose money. That's not the point.
Right.
We might and let it ride for a little while if we can live with that for a while. But once you see there are no profits, it's over. It's all about making profits. When you make $1 profit, $10 profit, it's profit nonetheless.
For sure.
How much it's going to cost you? Because you got to up the money, right? That's why you need somebody who has money, influences, connections, and is willing to take a chance. Forget about all these tournaments, man. They ain't doing it. We're catering to ourselves, not to the public.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting the money from the players to give out for first place. So they're putting their money. They're getting the entry fees. They're making profit out of it for themselves, not for the whole.
Right.
The person who gets that money in the finals or semifinals or whatever, whoever places. So you got to look at it that way. You understand? I'm running a tournament. I'm making the money for myself to get profit out of what I'm giving out.
Right.
But in the long run, you don't have to get that from the players. You need to get that from the people outside, because they're the ones that are going to fill the stadiums. They're the ones that are going to be paying tickets. They're the ones that are going to be watching. Because it's not about how many people are playing. It's who the fuck is watching. If nobody's watching, nobody's going to give a shit. If all the handball players are watching, they don't give a shit. Because these are handball players that are watching the game. They don't matter. They paid to play. Their families didn't pay. Their kids didn't pay. So what are you doing? Where's the profit? How are you going to make it branch out? Look at pickleball. Pickleball is marketed very nicely.
They're doing really good.
It's on these big stations. They have professional announcers. That's another thing too. You need professional announcers also.
Professional announcers. I like doing some commentary.
And I mean, you need characters, like we said.
Absolutely.
It's a lot. It's a lot that can't be done in one day.
No.
Somebody's got to brains and say,
Yeah.
And it has to be run as a business, not as a freaking. Let me do you a favor. You know what I mean? Let me do you a favor. I'll let you in the tournament. Let me do you a favor. No. If you're running a business, you don't run businesses like that. It's got to be run professionally.
For sure.
Until then. And one thing, I'll end it here. Haven't you noticed that every year is the same shit? Same people? Same things? And to be honest, the worst thing they did was started running these fucking weed tournaments.
You don't like the weed tournament?
Are you fucking kidding me? Really? You just killed yourself. Look, weed's legal. I could give a shit. You know what I mean? But why? Why? Where's the sense in that? So handball just destroyed itself more.
I think there's a market for it in the community. I don't, I'm not a fan myself, but I know some enthusiasts for sure. You're saying we could have did without that one.
Oh, we didn't need them. The funny thing is, I said something like that a long time ago before it became legal. Look, I'm going to be a pothead myself, so I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're a big fucking weed smoker.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to criticize because I've been there, done that. A little smoke, a little coke, a little fucking shit. But do we really need a handball? Like I said, I was one of the catalysts of that too. I've been going to tournament, I've been smoking weed, hanging out, drinking fucking 40 ounces, smoking coke.
At the tournament?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
I don't think there were too many tournaments that I was wasted.
Wow.
But I'm that good that it didn't matter.
You were that good. You were doing those 1 to 2 hour training sessions.
Right. I was that good that it didn't matter. I could beat you in 5 minutes if I really had to. You know what I mean? I was that good. It didn't matter what I did. I was that good. But, slowly destroying myself at the same time. Go figure.
Yeah.
Eating myself alive inside. I always stayed in shape, so that was good,
Nice.
Yeah.
Angel, I appreciate you coming on here, man. I really do. And I think the chat appreciated it as well.
Yeah, thank you. I had to bear some things, but it's cool. You know what I mean? It just, it's just hopefully to see that, the life of a handball player could be not as exciting as I think. Interesting, I will say.
Yeah.
But it has its perks. It has its ups and downs. You just got to catch yourself. When you start playing handball and you start thinking, you know what? I'm going to make this my life. Wrong. Wrong.
Who do you think, so I'm
sorry.
No, you're great.
My thing, get your life together. Have your life together. Then go play handball.
Then go play handball. I love that. That's great advice.
Hey, then go play handball. You're good.
Yeah.
I was the opposite. My life was shit, and I was playing handball. But instead, I should have got my life together. Or even after I won my first nationals, I should have stopped. I said, you know what? I've done it. Let me go get my life together.
Sure.
My life is a mess. But instead, the obsession caught me. But you see what I mean? Get your life together.
Yeah. It's not going anywhere. I always tell people, handball is not going anywhere. It's going to be here when you come back.
Yeah, think about it. I'm 68 years old now. And still in the same situation it was when I was 16, 15, 12.
Yeah.
Boom, there's nothing better. It's grown like this. It hasn't grown like that. They think it has, but it hasn't. We're still playing in bullshit-ass courts. We don't have stadium courts, right? We're still playing in bullshit-ass parks. What happens when you step out those parks? What do you see? Neighborhoods, guys hanging out, this shit, that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So nothing's changed. And that's not good.
I'm doing a series where I'm speaking to like old school legends, just trying to gather more knowledge. Who do you think I should speak to? Who do you think I could, my chat and I could kind of like learn from next?
I think BJ is being interviewed with, guys that had a lot to do with it, you know what I mean? It had a lot to do with the growth of the sport and stuff like that.
But who would you recommend personally?
Well, Carlos will be okay.
Carlos Centeno.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
good. He's been around. He's a promoter. He's been through the ringer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He used to be a player.
Yeah.
He used to be a player. Okay.
Some of the top players, like Buddy. Well,
Buddy.
Buddy everybody knows about. See, that's the thing. A lot of the veterans are gone. You know what I mean? A lot of the pros, we're still around. They got Joe for once, and now you got me, and that's good. And now they got Buddy. What else have you got?
Yeah.
They're still around, like Marquez and this guy and that guy. Or the Handball kid, they're still around. A lot of these guys are around, but a lot of the great guys aren't around. Billy the Kid might be good if you can talk to him, but he's how articulate he is.
Gotcha.
It'd be good to talk to somebody who's good to articulate. That'd
Right.
be good.
Definitely. Okay.
And but I think Carlos would be a good choice.
Carlos. I'll reach out to him for sure.
Okay?
Yeah, thank you for your time, man.
Yes, I'll DM you.
You say what now?
If I have another suggestion for a player, I'll DM
Yes,
you.
definitely. Chat.
I would say Emmett, but
Okay.
Emmett doesn't articulate very much. He's a funny guy, but maybe if you can, it'd be interesting to see what he has to say. Maybe you can get him.
Yeah. Okay.
Patrick.
Someone in my chat said Emmett too.
Right. Emmett would be good.
See how I could get his contact. I'm not sure how I'd reach. I definitely have Carlos on Facebook. I could shoot him a message. I don't know about Emmett.
Yeah, he'd be hard. But he doesn't like it. Well, did you catch Raul?
No, I didn't get Raul yet.
How's he?
Is that?
Yeah. But try him. I think he'd be happy to be on your shit.
Okay.
He's a good choice, too. He's been around.
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. I appreciate you, Angel. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, man. Anytime. Got a
good.
great shit. Go like it. All right?
Thanks, dude. Good to meet you. Good to chop it up. And enjoy your dinner.
Okay, man. I will. You take care.
All right. Love you.
Love you, dude. Bye.
Later. Chat, Angel Marquez, man. Shout out to Angel, man. It's been a little bit of a time coming. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I spoke to Angel briefly, I think a month or two ago. The timing didn't really pan out. Today, everything worked out good. Great interview. Shout out to Manolo Handball. Thank you, dude. Saw some people where people were saying there's too many tournaments. I don't think so. I think we need more different type of tournaments. Chat, what'd y'all think of the interview, chat? How'd y'all feel about the interview? That was actually my first time speaking to Angel. And I feel like we got a lot of knowledge. We got a lot of knowledge, a lot of history that I was not privy to. Lil Eddie, Rookie, Fred, Eddie Styles. Little Eddie, okay. Dave Rojas, Herman. Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to talk to Dave Rojas. Not going to lie. Herman, definitely. 10 out of 10 interview. Thank you. 5 stars. Thank you. I like that, chat. I'm glad y'all enjoyed that. The money to set up squash exhibition stadium need equipment sponsors with deep pockets. Yeah, definitely need some sponsors, chat. I see what I like what Angel was saying. Hold on. I agree with what Angel was saying with the tournaments. It's gonna need more than it's gonna take more than that, you know? It's gonna take more than that. We definitely need to I mean, who am I to say, right? I'm new. But just looking at the history and even just hearing it from Angel, it's like a lot of these tournaments are just a reskin of the same thing. You know, it's fun. We come out, we have fun. But what's pushing the needle, you know? Always dope getting a legend on stream. Hell yeah. Me when I'm ready, definitely Gio. Let me know. Wilson, Timbo was better, but Angel was still great. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, it's cool having Timbo here for sure. Timbo's the GOAT. And it's nice that he came over personally. Angel didn't have like a computer with a webcam, so we talked on the phone. What I'm gonna do when I post the video, I'm gonna put the phone call on the screen. So for the replay and for the clips, I'll put them on the screen there. I appreciate y'all patience. Please have a set of questions written down, then have questions from the chat. Gio, you doing your thing. Thank you, bro. In person always better. Yeah, in person is fire for sure. Gio, stop slacking. Chat. Speaking of in-person interviews, we might have a special guest tomorrow. Actually, we might have another special guest in person tomorrow. Somebody from the new school. Nice stream, Amir. Thank you, Gio. Thank y'all for hanging out. Gio, stop slacking and get your interview done. People waiting. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm excited for that. I'm not gonna lie. Gio would be great. I'm not that new. Yeah, I guess I have been around. I've been playing handball since like 2012. So, what's that? 2012, it's 2026.
Oh, somebody.
What's that, like 14, 13 years? It would be cool to have you get a studio with a podcast table and mics one day. Yeah, one day that would be fire for sure. That would be fire one day. For now, we got the crib. Gio would be good, but Gio stopped competing. IDK was going on. He let in Timbo and Tavo run the show. Yeah, Gio. I think Gio's been working. Wildman Rick, Lil Justin, Kid Justin, Tavo. Yeah, those are some good picks. I ain't gonna lie. 14 years. Yeah, bro. I've been playing since 2012. Wait, no, that's not. Wait, is that 14? Yeah. 14 years. Yeah, 14 years. Yeah, tomorrow we may have another guest on stream in person. I'm not sure. Should I tell y'all or should it be a secret? I low key just want to surprise y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Low key, I just want to surprise y'all. And that way, if it falls through, it falls through. But if it happens, it's just like a pleasant surprise. I have an idea, Mir. Get the top players to submit their top 3 games they played that was recorded, and then you edit their recollection of those games within the clips. Oh, wow. That's a very ambitious idea. I like it. That sounds fire. I'm not going to lie. That's super fire. I did something. I kind of did something like that with a Geo clip. I kind of like, what's it called? Like interpose. Like I overlaid me interviewing him with a clip, and I thought it came out kind of fire. Not gonna lie. Secret. Keep it a secret. Yeah, surprise. All right. Yeah, surprise. I witnessed Angel play in a tournament. I want to say in the late 80s, he left everybody under 10 while beating Buddy in the finals. God, oh, damn. Yeah.
I think I heard.
Chat, the most diabolical thing I've heard today is that Angel was zipping people and giving them a zip card, bruh. He had a card that said, like, you've been zipped by Angel Marquez. Oh, somebody. It gets worse. Then he'd take a picture with you and the card. Oh my gosh, chat. I gotta go home after that. My day is done. I need to think about whether I should go get my life together instead of be playing handball, bruh. bruh. I need to rethink life decisions. How did I get here? Oh, how did we get here? Y'all, for those of y'all that don't know, by the way, we will be heading to Florida soon. I spent a few sleepless nights designing a new shirt design. And I want to show y'all the design. I will be bringing some of them down to Florida. You can also get them now. You could pre-order. I mean, not pre-order. You can just order them off the website now. Let me show you guys real quick. I was really interested in like, I'm like, yo, I want to make a new, like, something different. You know what I'm saying? Something different. So we switched up the logo. We went alligator for Florida. We put a ball in his mouth. We kind of stripped our logo, the ball logo. And then we did like the orange and the flamingo for like just like a nice Florida vibe. One sleeve has a globe on it and the other sleeve has Florida on it, FL. And these are available now for $35. Couple different colorways. My favorite colors gotta be like the tropical, like the orange. I'm low-key hoping, I'm ordering a pack of 20. And I'm low-key, I'm waiting to see, like, who orders what. I've already gotten pre-orders, but the sizes are limited. We weren't sure, like, how many to order. So we're like, let's do one size, small, medium, large, extra large, and let's do a couple colors. We couldn't get any color just because it was too costly. And, you know, like Angel said, we're trying to make money. We're not trying to just like lose money, you know? So freaking, I thought the orange was super hard. This aqua color. I don't wear much brown, but the brown was fire to me. And then like the purple and the green were just like, I'm like, yo, I need a personal. But of course, if somebody's like purchasing, I'm going to give them priority, you know? So let's see. That orange one crispy. Yo, tell me not, bruh. Tell me not, bruh. It's just, like the colors just pop. I'm going to need a percentage. Yo. White alligators. Hey, your name is White Alligators. Gator with gold teeth caps. They still doing that. I'm crying. Put the gold teeth. I'm crying over that zip card. Yeah. Florida Gator, cool idea. For sure. He said that's why the sport's dying. Because Angel Marquez killed ambition with those zip cards, bruh. The green one's dope too. Thank you, bruh. Yeah, I like how these came out. I'm not gonna lie. I've been wanting to do a new shirt for a while now, and like this was just like the perfect opportunity. The team and I got together and we just started brainstorming. I did the designs. I had help with ideas, but I did all the designing, and I'm like very pleasantly surprised. The red is fire too. I'm gonna have some red. I think I got like 4 or 5 orders so far. And yeah, we're going to be bringing like 20 shirts. Yeah, like 20 shirts. Got some safety green for the sanitation workers. The city workers. I thought this was tough. You really don't see this color, I feel like. Too much stuff. But yeah, these colors are available, pink and light blue. I won't have any on hand in person though, but you can order them on the website. Same with the navy. The navy won't be on hand, but you could order it on the website too. Black is just a staple. You always need black for sure. Tom, DSNY. Yeah, where my DSNY at? Where my DSNY at? Department of Sanitation. I do a bright yellow, the bright yellow. The Fa sound effect is being yelled at Hell's Kitchen because of you, Amir. Fa. Yeah, that's a classic. That is a classic. All right, chat. I will, God willing, I will see y'all tomorrow. Everybody stay warm in, and whatever you do, if you have to go outside, do not let snow get into your shoes, bruh. Please do not let snow get into your shoes. I was crossing an embankment earlier. Bruh, the spot where the sidewalk meets the street, and it's just like a big like mound of snow. Bruh, you don't know how deep it's gonna be. You don't know how firm it's gonna be. Just be careful, bro. Find somebody else's footsteps. I had to cross one of those earlier. I was following somebody else's footstep. I almost got caught lacking. Safety green pops, good colors, bro. Thank you, bro. Zero, say no to slush. Yeah. Watch out for that slush. All right, y'all. I love y'all boys. I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out. Shout out to y'all, man. W, 2.5 hours. Should we go to 3? We going to 3, chat. We're going to 3 hours. We've been on for 2 hours and 46 minutes. Let's just go to 3 just to end off on a nice round number. Talk to me, y'all. How's y'all's day going? For those of y'all wondering why I'm wearing a coat, it's cold, bruh. It's cold, bruh. Sometimes you got to wear a coat in the crib. A lot of people are ashamed to wear a coat in the crib. Bruh. I've never been ashamed to be warm, bruh. Push it to 3, Wepa. W interview. For sure. Socks are cooked. Yeah. Once that snow gets in your shoe, bruh, it's over, bruh. Your day is almost over. You dang near gotta go home. Unless you carrying a spare sock. Unless you got a sock handy. Bruh, you're gonna be cooked. Like, you're gonna be cooked. Glad you decided to stay on. I just got here. It was good. Not anyone specific. What time tomorrow? I want to say 4:30. Let's do 4:30. I feel like 4:30 is a nice, solid. Maybe 5:30. Let's do 5:30 again. Go over an Angel Marquez match. All right, yeah. Let's see that. Let's see that Nationals he was talking about. Bro said he was zipping people and giving them cards, bruh. Diabolical. That's just diabolical. Oh my gosh, this footage is freaking... It's so ancient. Some ancient footage right here, chat. All right, let me get this audio right. Yo. I need this audio to be good. Bro, one of these last streams, the audio was not good. I was sick. Editing it later. This is USHA, Albert versus Angel. 1993, chat. I was still in the sack. Bro, I was still swimming, chat. 1993. It's crazy to think there was a time when you're just not even like, do I have a soul at that point? Like, am I like somewhere? You know what I'm saying? Like, where was I? Where was I in 1993? You know what I'm saying? Was my soul created? That's a deep question. This is a handball stream. I just found the Spalding ball. We inside. React to Angel. Oh, okay, I read that. Working homie. Working home. Bro, still swimming. I graduated high school in 1993. Holy moly. Holy moly. 3 hours. Yeah, we going to 3, chat. We going to 3. Bro, this stream is, I mean, this game is 2 hours. What is this? Let's just get into it, bro. This is Coney Island, it looks like. That looks like small ball. '93 USHA. This doesn't look like a finals though. This isn't the match. I mean, it says Angel. Maybe. Fast forward. Oh, yeah, this is giving more finals energy. This got to be the finals. Look at that crowd. Oh, my gosh. Look at this crowd. Yo. That kind of looks like Angel.
9 serves, 5 serves, 10. Really? 5 serves, 10. 10.
5 serving 10. Angel and a Poozy, I think. Small ball. Yeah, this is small ball. You gotta fast forward. You gotta fast forward. That's not them. Yeah, I was looking. I was like, who the heck is that? I was 2 days from turning 2 years old when this was shot. 1 day from turning 2 years old. Oh snap! 1993. I was in 3rd grade. Okay, I'm getting to know y'all ages. This is interesting. This one's it. Okay, yeah. This one has to be it. 6'10". Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of Angel, but from talking to him, he's a big he was a big server. That was his thing, was like big serves. So let's see if we see some aces right here. I'm not gonna lie, I don't love this angle. This is better. Score check. That was an ace right there, chat. I seen this video like 5 times. Good-ish. Good hit in this game, Angel hits. I found a local game. of Angel playing at Hell's Kitchen. Someone said it's about time. Damn, ace him to the left. Nah, he's acing him up. What am I watching? I think this is one of his better games. This might be one of them games, chat. That was an ace to the right. Interesting seeing these guys like way younger. These are like young men at this point. These guys are like my age here. Bro, he aced him again, bro. That sounded like Joe Cursor saying about time. Okay. I don't know who that is. That's Angel in the white shorts. Yeah, his serve. Once he said he was leaving.
Ooh, AC.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Bro, just watching this is like sparking my fight or flight. Like, bro, I gotta dive or something, bro. I need to get a finger on the ball, something. 4-1. Short ball. You know who gave me the most trouble with serves? When I played Santana. He was serving super low to the right and the left, right over the short line. And it was so hard to get him. I think he definitely aced me like twice minimum, if not 3 times.
Oh, easy one.
Why are you rushing it?
Easy.
I'm not gonna lie, Chad, it's a little hard to see the ball here. Oh, that sounded like Joe Durso saying about time. Okay. That's funny, Joe Durso would be rushing. Bro was analyzing that line. He said... There's some. Damn. He got hit in the back with the ball. Ah. Chat, how is this video 2 hours? How is... Oh, wait. How did this game last that long?
Ten.
Damn.
Not over yet this time.
Oh, wow. Nice serve.
Tiebreaker went to Albert.
Oh, Angel lost this one. I thought this was the one he won. There's another. It's another division.
You know, he's such a splendid man that he didn't make a pitch to sell any calendars, to sell any shirts, to sell any of the paraphernalia which we have at the desk over here. But if you truly want to help handball, pay a visit to our desk over here. We have Paul Williams, who's doing a tremendous job for the inner city
Is that Jared Vale?
kids. He's put on tournaments throughout the 5 boroughs, and I want you all to pay attention to these great deeds that are being done in your behalf.
Shout out Paul Williams, bro. Paul was doing tournaments in 1993 across the 5 boroughs. Holy moly.
And before that, the Zoological Society wants to take
Paul Williams would be another good. Yeah, hell yeah. Definitely got to get Paul for surely.
down these courts. We need your support in order to keep tournaments going here so we can keep our courts. This is the mecca of handball, and we want to keep it that way. The gentleman who won the
Chad, we definitely get Paul for sure. We definitely got to pick Paul's brains. This is 1993. They talk about some Paul Williams is over there. He's been doing a great job hosting tournaments in all 5 boroughs. He still hosts tournaments.
national championship in 1 ball in the junior division, in 1 ball, 3 ball, and 4 ball. And he's also a very qualified national competitor in the seniors. Eric Klarman.
Chad, Paul Williams is going to be working with the Worlds tournament this year. The one that was in Ireland a couple years back. He's going to be working to run this one. There's going to be a lot of divisions, y'all. There's something for everybody there. I highly recommend signing up. Save up your money this week. Let me see, what day is it? I say if y'all lock in early February, save up this week, whatever. It's the end of the month. Bills are coming. Try to lock in that tournament for early February. And then you'll have about 6-7 months to train.
He was also the winner of the national doubles only a year ago with Danny Maroney.
Wait, so this is a different game? This is not a Yo, these shorts are diabolical. Bro, where's his pants at, bro? His t-shirt longer than the shorts. Chat, where is the nationals that Angel Marquez won?
17.
I thought that was it. That wasn't it. Skinny Diver versus Lefty Angel Marquez. Oh gosh, this is history. Two bounces. All right, chat, we just hit 3 hours. I can't find that game. Yes, the three brother Oberts. I gotta find that game. And if anything, we'll check it out next stream. This game has dope shots. That game does look like it has dope shots. We definitely put that on the list. Let me bookmark it now. We'll put that on the watch list for sure. Chat, it's been 3 hours. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. And I will see you guys, God willing, tomorrow. We may have a special guest coming on tomorrow again, so stay tuned for that. If not, I'll be on anyway, you know, so definitely see y'all tomorrow around 5:30-ish. Love y'all boys. I appreciate y'all. And have a great night. That's a good one. Lefty Angel, his partner kills. Yeah, that's on the watch list for sure. We're gonna check that game out. We also gotta watch Timbo's Pops. We're gonna watch some games of Timbo's Pops. Have a good night. Dang, that hour flew by fast. Yeah, that was cool. Nah, it was like 20 minutes or something. Yes, cool. That game displays, man, for sure. I think he lost that one too. Okay. Appreciate you. Thank you for an awesome interview. Chat, take care of yourselves, man. Tomorrow, God willing. Peace.
I'ma attack, and we